whether, when we're taught in school, and we're able to decipher whether the earth is a globe or flat from what we're taught in school.
All right, tell me your resource you got, and I'm going to go off my research so I can prove that it's not a globe or it's not what you're thinking.
All right, or what I think it is?
Yep.
Okay, so I go by water. You know what water does when it's lays level?
You got me on your camera?
Yeah, I'm filming a live stream.
What's happening, bro? We the Israelites. You heard? Hey, he got us on camera, you heard me? Let me get.
Yeah, what's good?
What's up with you? We the Israelites, brother.
Hey, well,
hey,
that's
True,
good
we
to
might
hear.
need this one. Come on, cuz.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's put somebody in their spot, cuz. You gonna like this one. Trust me, you gonna like this one.
Hey,
you see that? They coming.
going on?
They coming. Come on, True.
I come out. I come out to the public. I don't stay online.
Do you believe in God?
Yeshua?
Okay.
Yeah? Who are we talking about?
Do you believe in God, though? Do you?
Yeah, I believe in a creator.
Okay, you believe in the Creator?
Yeah.
Okay, how did he tell you the
How did
earth?
he
Hold
tell
on,
me?
hold on.
Yeah.
This how I'm finna hit you, right?
Yep.
Before you go off me with anything you gonna tell me, how did Yahweh tell you the earth looked like? How did he tell you the form of the earth was?
Okay, by Old Testament?
How did he tell you? Just tell me, how did he say it?
Well, by the Old Testament, in Job 38, 39, 40, it says that the conversation with Job, whether or not we were here during the foundations of the earth, and we weren't.
As I
Man has not
do God
measured
tell you
the
how?
earth.
Do
Man
God,
hasn't measured the earth.
okay, it can never be measured.
No, it
I
can
know
never be
that.
measured.
So how the fuck do you think you got the form of it?
Yep. Because water, when contained, lays level and flat when at rest.
Okay. What up?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, in the shorelines contain the oceans, right? Do the shorelines contain the lake behind you?
That's a man-made lake, bro.
Well, whether it is or not,
You can make anything to contain anything if that's the case.
it's a liquid.
You can
water.
put liquid in there. You can make a hole in the ground and put liquid in there and call it what you want.
Yep, totally fair enough.
Now, what about what God, the waters
but
God made? You
but
can't change
regardless,
that. Gotcha.
you can't change what the dynamics of water are either. Okay, because water is truth, regardless of God or not. Okay.
How the hell do this got to do with what the earth is? I want to ask
Because
you.
water, when contained,
So
lays
what do
level
you
and
call it?
flat when at rest.
So
how
what
does
is the earth to you?
It's not a globe.
What do you think it's in?
I think it's like a realm. You know, I think that we live in an ether that is charged.
So it don't have form, right?
Well, it does have form because we physically see it. So
What is
this
the
is
form?
all I've ever seen.
What is the shape of the earth? Here? What's the form of it?
It's flat. Yeah.
Okay, let me tell you this. Can I read something out the Bible? I'm
Water
gonna read
lays
the
level
Bible. I'm
flat.
gonna say this Genesis.
And if water engulfs 70% of the earth, water, when contained, lays level
Can I
and
ask you a
flat.
question? Can I ask you a question? So you believe in God, right?
Yes, sir.
So you believe His words to be true?
Yes.
Okay. Just bring this out.
Okay, I like that.
Bring that out.
This Genesis, chapter 1, verse 1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and earth. Verse 2. And the earth was without form.
Okay.
So what is this shit you trying to put on
still
that
without
God say is
form.
word? It's earth without form. Get your sick mind out of here, bro.
Let's
still
progress.
without form.
We
It
have
ain't
to
no
progress.
progression. It ain't with form and quit putting it on them, bro.
There's no progression.
It ain't none, bro. You
So
don't
when
know
we
how
get-
to progress, nigga.
What about
Bro,
day
you fucked
7?
the earth up. You should progress this. This nigga wicked. He's the devil kid. Put the camera on you. You the kid of the devil, nigga. Let's
Okay.
put it on you, bro. You don't know
Yes,
what
I'm
the
the
fuck you
other side.
doing, bro.
Yeah, I do.
Quit putting my shit with your shit.
What
Bro,
about-
y'all evil
what
and
about
y'all got the
Genesis
world
6?
fucked up, bro.
What about Genesis 6 when he destroyed
That's
the
what he
earth?
put the earth on it, bro.
What about when he destroyed the earth?
He just watered it down. He ain't never destroyed it.
No.
He just watered it down.
He
He killed people like
So
you
when-
from off.
so when
He
water
just killed-
levels out-
He just wanted to kill things
Yeah,
like
so
you
when
off.
water
He
levels
wanted
out,
to kill.
it lays level and flat. It's not around a ball.
Nah, brother.
It's not around the ball.
earth-
You're not around
the
a ball.
earth was without form.
You're not on a ball.
Hey, it was without form, bro. So after the waters go down, what the form is still without. It didn't make, just because you come flood, right now, if we come flood, put water right here, it's still gonna be what it is after the water go. It's still gonna be what it was before the water came. Without form, nigga. Without form, nigga, before the water came. So when the water leaves, it's gonna be what the fuck it was before the water got there. Without form, nigga.
Okay.
You get it?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You the
should
devil.
I-
Do you
should
know
I pack everything
do you
up
know what the
now?
Bible said about you? Let's get to the real question.
Okay. Why am I
Do
the
you
devil
know what the
again?
Bible? Did we hear it?
Maybe you can explain why am I the devil again? Is this your interpretation? 'Cause
Hell
you
yeah,
know me?
fuck what you putting out, man. If my people watching this, y'all listen to these white dumb motherfuckers. They got your mind like this. They the devil.
I don't think
Wake
you'll
up.
post it.
He bet not.
I don't think you will.
But I want you to know what God say about this. The reason why I hate you so much, because my father do.
Because you know me?
Yep. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. Nigga, you oppress my people.
Okay.
My people in what the situation is, and God used you to do it. Nigga, I hate y'all. He hates y'all. Y'all are my enemy. Deuteronomy 28. Let's get one. Let's show them.
Yeah, get it off your
Let's
chest.
get it.
Get it off your chest.
Let's get it.
Get it off your
I don't
chest.
want to deal with the heathen.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt
why don't you
again,
guys
the house of
recruit?
Benjamin again
Don't you
with
guys
ships.
recruiting anyone?
Well, how did we get to America?
No, we don't.
We came to America in ships, right?
How do you know
By
that?
the whereof I spake unto thee.
How do you know
Thou
that?
shalt see it
Don't
no
you
more
know that?
again. And there you should be sold unto your
Didn't white
enemies.
people make the
Who were we
history
sold when we got here? All black people.
Don't you
We were
know
sold to white people. Y'all think that the Lord called them your enemy.
Did
Wake the fuck up, man.
Did white people make the history books?
No one has ever been to the moon.
No one has ever been there.
I'm about all that
I've
smoke.
been to the moon.
I'm about all that smoke.
Would you bet your
Take care, you
life?
guys. Take care.
No, wait. I like this.
Your life, Earth is global. What's your global?
No, I feel like Earth is not a globe.
It's
Would
not.
you bet your life is your life Earth is?
Are you asking me
Yeah.
like, do I think? Thank you.
Yeah. Do you think that I think it's circled or I think it's flat?
Yeah, what do you think it is? Do you think it is what we were taught in school?
Kenzie, she wants to say hi.
Do I believe it? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Not all of it.
Like, I mean, but when you're with your friends and somebody says,
Realistically,
look
it
at the
don't make
stars,
sense.
that's space and that's planets and stuff.
I believe there's such thing as space, but I don't believe it the way they teach us in school. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like it's a different type of.
I feel like
atmosphere
there's
than
a
it is.
space, but I feel like nobody never made it to
Cause
space
like,
to talk
for example,
about
like
space.
I feel like us humans, like how they like with the Simpsons, for example, how there's a globe around us and how they control all of us, the weather, everything. I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe somebody else controlling all of
Are
us.
you saying yes sarcastically, or you believe like
No,
yeah,
I
they
totally
control?
agree with you what she's saying because it all starts in school.
So what's your theory behind it?
Well, my idea behind it is really simple, and that's why it kind of blows people's minds, is because it's so simple. So water, when contained, lays level and flat when at rest. Okay? And the shorelines contain the oceans. Okay? It's really that simple. So there should be no globe, there should be no solar system.
What that have to do with space though?
Nothing, actually. That's the whole point.
Nothing actually.
Because we don't
That
worry
just
about
fucked my
things
head
that we
up,
can't
low-key,
go to.
like, what?
Why are we worried about what the sun or the moon are made of or
We
what
can go
happened
to
in
it.
the eclipse?
I feel like,
But
to be
a certain
honest,
extent.
None of this we stuff. Who's we?
I
Other
feel
human
like,
beings.
So not you.
Not me, because
Okay.
I'm personally not gonna do it.
Okay,
I
so,
feel like deep
fair
down
enough,
inside,
right?
we should be worried about a place we can't go to that controls
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like if I
our
don't know
world
what
in
I'm
today's.
living
I feel like we
around,
should
that's a
be
problem.
worried about
So
it.
let me understand something.
So wait, you believe in space, right?
And
No,
I feel
no,
like
no.
I need to shut up.
Not at all.
You can't have
You believe in
two.
space?
You can't have two separate pressure systems next to each other without a solid barrier. Okay. So before she opened that can there was pressure inside. Okay. And you couldn't get into
Thank
it.
you.
So if we were inside or outside of it, regardless, how do we get out of the can?
You can puncture a hole.
Okay. So how do we puncture it?
What you think gonna happen once you puncture the hole?
Yeah.
The
You
air
just
comes out.
destroyed the environment inside.
everything that's
And now you only have what, 48 hours to drink it before it goes flat?
How do you know that when the
Right?
environment gets destroyed in so many ways, shape, and forms on an everyday basis, and we're still
Humans.
here? Like,
So my point, my friend, okay, because you're a human being and I've been where you are, okay? You
are where
can't
we are.
have our breathing environment here with 14.6 psi above us at negative psi.
Yeah.
Okay, that
What is
you know
PSI?
that it's what you put into your tire to make it go.
air,
Right?
nigga.
Air.
That's all he had to say was air. Y'all
Yeah.
gotta be real. I'm drunk. Let's be
So
real.
so let's be real, right? If you remove the rubber
You
from
want a shot?
if you remove the rubber from your tire on your car, can you go anywhere?
We believe in space.
Literally.
Right?
We believe in space.
So that water in that container is flat and
That is
level.
not
It would go
water.
along
It's
with
not
it.
water.
not
This is,
whatever.
This is something called liquor.
It's made by
You should
water.
try some.
It's made by water.
beautiful.
I know. As I said, I love her so bad. When you heard this,
I believe it. So you don't believe in Earth?
No, you should check this out.
I will. I really like looking into stuff like
You
this.
should, yeah.
name is
Because
Jada.
what
What's your
most
But
people,
I feel like the Earth is flat, though. I really truly feel like the Earth is flat.
but it's not a disc in outer space though. It's infinitely
Are
flat.
you saying like
Wait,
in the
are
Earth
you
it's
with them?
not? It's not a. It's not. You know how it's circular like a
do you
globe.
feel about
That's
all
not
this?
existent.
No.
So it's just in space like this.
No, it's like no, there's no space.
I have a baby.
I be wondering how the fuck is it a space? Like
Have you ever gone to
my
an
thing with
ocean?
space
Have you ever
is
gone to an ocean?
I be
See how
wondering.
it is occur?
Yes, I do. I like it.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
To an ocean?
No, you don't.
Yeah, you do.
Listen, I went to Miami plenty of times, ocean plenty of times, and I look back and I be trying to see, because I be really interested what the fuck's gonna happen. But it's just flat. It don't curve. It's just flat. And then it's the horizon right
There's
there.
a slight curve.
There's not.
When you look at the ocean, yes.
There's not, bro.
It's definitely.
If
I feel like the
anything,
Earth
if anything,
is flat,
you want to
but
see
I
that
feel
because
like
you were taught
space is a
that.
reflection of the ocean. That's what
Really?
I feel like.
I was almost.
Can I give you no? But we all, as human beings, are in part of the largest religion on earth. It's you believe the earth is in this environment. This is what you're taught, and you've never been here before, man. That's why I was where you are. I was exactly where you were 6 years ago, man. I'm sure you've seen me out here do this.
Okay, you
before.
saw the Simpsons episode. I'm not trying to be funny or nothing like that.
Where they cracked the dome firmament with the baseball.
And that thing was all, you know, the dome was all
Yeah.
around. So listen, this is what I told my sister.
Yeah, I was like, you can chase it with
I
the-
feel like if the Earth
water
is
balloons.
quote unquote flat,
Yeah.
we're just all in a dome type shit. You feel me?
Yeah, like a little
Imagine
terrarium.
Which makes me uneasy because now I'm claustrophobic.
Yeah.
I don't want to be in.
No, I'm scared. I want to try.
Right. That's why I think it's infinite. That's why I don't think we're contained. We just have to get out of this fear mongering about ourselves. Really, we are our own worst
I'm recorded.
enemy.
Wait.
Right now?
Don't pressure yourself into doing that.
Yeah, and so I mean, we're just in this environment, but we have to think of believing we can go out. You know, otherwise we're kind of trapped in our own prison. You know, and we've experienced that the last 2 years,
What
right?
if we are trapped in our own prison and you don't think so?
I don't think so. I don't think we are, because we're much more powerful than that. You know the reason why they said humans only use 10% of their brain? Is because they only discovered 10% of the human
May
mind.
I ask, okay, why is
Get what I'm saying?
It be the only discovered part. So if they only discovered 10%, what makes you think? So let's say hypothetically speaking, they be like,
Yeah, see, that's,
this part of our brain don't exist because they only discovered this part of our brain.
Right.
But we know this part of our brain do exist. They just haven't got to that part yet.
They don't want us to because they don't want us to advance faster than they're able to catch up with us.
Stop from that.
Because we're really intriguing. This is a very intriguing topic.
No.
It's about where you're from.
Yeah, take my. Okay.
You know, and all the lies. Whatever anybody believes that they are, religiously or sexually
I don't
or whatever,
really
they all
believe-
believe they live here. They all believe they live here. It's the largest religion on earth. And if
The
you
thing
make,
that gets
if you
me,
make
I don't
fun
know
of
if your
it,
viewers gonna think I'm slow or something,
made
but
fun
the
of.
things that get me is, you know how like Earth is in space, right? Earth is in space, right? And Mars and all that, Saturn, and then you know how like you Google Mars, they be like, you know, human life could be in Mars or whatever. So Earth, human life. So the thing that get me with Earth is that it's all the way up there.
Yeah.
We're all the way down there. Do we live inside of Earth? Like as a kid, I was thinking like, am I in space inside of the Earth, or like, am I on top of the Earth? Or are these just awesome diagrams? Are you showing me Earth? Like, I always wonder like, how the fuck does this planet Earth, and then we're down here, but Earth is up there, and how the fuck can you tell me I'm on Earth from down here and I'm up there? Like, you get what I'm saying?
yeah, I hear what you're saying. I went through the same kind of logics in
Like,
my
let's
head.
say this is Earth.
So,
This is also space.
Yep.
So let's say this is Earth. So this is Earth, the yellow thing. Where the fuck is we at?
yeah, how do you? You know, when,
How
you know,
can you tell me I'm on Earth if Earth is
how about this?
disattached from where I'm at right now?
How about this in our textbooks? They would always say, "Here you are," as they had this image of the entire galaxy, but then this you are here. How did they send the picture? Come on,
Exactly. He already got us recorded.
come on.
Oh, he's been recording this whole time.
Right there.
Yeah.
Can you not record me? I mean, put me. I'm drunk, so don't put me on. Where do you put this on YouTube?
It's everywhere.
Every-
Yeah, I have
Don't put me
like
nowhere
6
looking
million
stupid. Is this
subscribers.
live?
Well, add me. Okay, I
It's
do
live.
dress. Add me
Okay. I don't do nothing, but I'm a social media performance star, so you might as well just
I
get
need
into
my
it. Jada Beta.
So, why is the sun and the moon the same size?
Because they are. It's not that the sun is 400 times away from us. It is that they are the same size.
That's not a good answer.
actually-
That's like saying, why am I black? Because you are. Like, that's not a good answer. Like,
Well, that's just the way we were made. I was
I mean, I kind of.
I was born the way I was born.
No, I kinda
why
feel
is
like
she
I
a
feel
dog? Because she
The sun
is.
and the
Like,
moon do two separate
what
things.
made
I'm
my
saying the
bitch a
sun-
dog?
The moon works for the nighttime, the sun works for the morning time. You know what
Nah,
I'm saying?
bro,
So
and I fuck with him, but that was not a good answer.
They are.
I mean, I guess I understand.
I got a
Like,
really,
why did you cheat it?
I got a
Because I
really,
did. Like,
I got a
what?
really interesting experiment you could do.
What's an interesting experience?
You ever used a magnifying glass and burnt ants
I am
as a
as a
child?
My dog be sad.
No. Hey, my man.
Listen.
Hey, Insta can hold on. Insta can wait
Is
for
it
you.
Instagram or TikTok?
Where's that? Twitter?
TikTok.
It's everything. How you're nationwide.
So have you
he's
ever used a
nationwide,
magnifying glass to burn ants or animals?
Yes.
Right.
All
Okay.
the time.
Okay.
What?
So
Why did you do that?
I know, right?
I was a little soldier.
Wait, you burn animals,
Shit like that as a
Kenzie?
kid.
How dare you? I should have added children into that, but anyways. So if you do the same experiment with a
I
full
saw
moon,
you, so
what
I stopped.
temperature
But
of
y'all
that
got me into some
magnification of
conspiracy
light do you
theories.
think is?
I just want to be like, hi, I like your hair. You look nice today. Now I'm talking about
Think
space
about
and Earth, and
I have no clue.
If the sun
I talk about this
magnifies
shit.
and makes it
Girl, I
hot,
be drunk, and I got this friend.
and you
he
use
like
the
him.
moonlight to do
We
the
be
same
on
thing,
Facebook for like 4 hours, bro. I like talking about this shit.
older.
It's colder?
Like, I feel like everybody got like a point
What
they
do you
make.
think about that?
So who the fuck knows the
I
space?
don't know.
Girl? Who the fuck knows?
I feel like you fucking with my head because I'm drunk.
Okay, it was really nice to meet you.
Hey, you
I'll
too.
send you the flyer,
Y'all
okay?
for real?
Dr. Welcome.
Are you gonna send me a flyer? I ain't
So
seen
do
it
you
on
do
there.
this like all the
I have
time?
Instagram. She'll send
I
it.
do now.
Okay.
This is like your no career.
Nice
Well,
to meet
over the
y'all
last 4
too.
years it has been.
Forget a hobby.
I've been
At
doing
this
this for
point,
4
As
years.
soon as you do it for 4 years.
Hey, what does
not
your
a hobby,
back
no
say?
career.
It's like a
Something that's
passion.
your
Back.
Yeah, something you're passionate.
I like informing
I
people
know, that's
about
the fuck
where they
right.
live. It's fun. I taught English in Thailand for a year almost.
In Thailand.
Yeah,
Ooh. How was it in Thailand?
it was fantastic.
I want to go out the country.
It's
Okay.
like Minnesota, but with Asian faces. They're really nice there.
I heard it was very busy.
It is very busy.
You like that?
I do. I like
You
like
give me the vibe that you don't really like being around a lot of.
I don't. I'm very recluse in the wintertime. I hate going out because it's cold. You know.
Me.
Yeah. So I was very recluse.
As soon as it gets warm, I can walk outside.
So I got a question.
But
Okay, I'm really bad with words, like talking wise, but
speak freely. I won't be offended.
no, you're not gonna be offended.
okay.
You might be lost. I'm
Right.
not gonna say nothing offensive. But so, what exactly do you have? Like, what is this?
It's a progression of interactions and experiences that has led me up to wanting to get that expression out of a person that they learned something new that they had never thought of before.
So
it's
you
like
just
teaching a Hispanic or an Asian person English that they never spoken English before, and they start saying a word.
but that's
properly.
different though because
But
that's
yeah, I
that's
know, but
like that's
They
like
know that it's there, though. They know the language is there and that the truth is there.
for example,
but they
like,
have to
let's say-
pursue it to be good at
So
it.
like, let's say I have an American baby. I
Yeah.
grew up in America, in the United States, and I have a daughter, right? And she watches so much bilingual shows that she could probably catch on to it, like with Russian, Spanish, things like that. How do you feel about that?
I think that's great. I think we should learn all languages so that we can better communicate with each other. And there is like this indifference of AI allowing that, like speaking into something and then letting it speak for us, because it kind of like
Yeah,
doesn't.
I was gonna say. So how do you like?
I guess that's okay. I wish I would have had that when I was in Thailand, but it takes away the pursuit of that
So
knowledge.
how did you do in Thailand when you
Okay.
did with that, like with the
I did
whole,
pretty
like,
decent.
translation thing?
I mean, it was pretty good. I mean, you got
Did you
to
have to
know.
have a translator?
No, I mean, I have my
you
students.
know how to talk in that language.
No, but I have my students who I
Is their
tell
language
around
hard to
with me.
understand?
Yes, it is. It's very simple. Just like we say, it's easy to learn English. It's just the grammar, right?
But isn't it a proven fact
But-
that English is the easy? No, isn't it the hardest language?
It is the hardest.
The hardest
Yeah.
language, yeah.
Oh my
Which would
God.
be confusing though, because bro, you literally gotta go like all this to write an A in Japanese, bro.
Yeah, right.
Versus
It's like
English,
a-
you just gotta go like this.
Right. But
Yeah,
two
but
of those symbols that take
also-
5 minutes to write out means a whole paragraph.
Yeah,
right?
you can.
So it's
I was
like,
gonna say, yeah. Also, it's like when you speak in a different language, like one letter is usually like one word. If you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying, compared to like English, when that one letter means one letter, like I, A, E.
Yeah.
Like vowels, different shit like that.
But
It's
back to
different
that,
languages.
it's actually interesting because they did take away a lot of our history.
Yeah.
And
I also agree with that.
so if we
'Cause in school,
understood
they don't even
who we
teach
were,
you all the shit that they're supposed to.
right?
Cause
Y'all
you be
can't
real,
really
I just
expect-
graduated high school. Y'all hearing this now? I'm 19 years old, and I just graduated high school.
Yep.
Anyways,
Yep.
I just graduated high school. I'm gonna graduate on June 3rd.
Excellent.
But
And I'm gonna be
I
there.
still did it. But that's not the point. But half the shit that I learned inside school, it's not gonna help me for the real life.
No.
Like it's not gonna help me figure out about the solar system, anything like that. My mom's in love with NASA,
Right.
and she looks at NASA and the weather every day. She can tell you about global warming. She can tell
Yeah.
you why.
Let me
like,
get it
why this,
signed.
the weather like
Jada.
this is today and like that. But
Yeah.
shit like that, you get what I'm saying?
I
So,
do,
like,
yeah. It's crazy because there's chemtrailing. They spray our skies like we're insects.
No, literally, I feel like
Yeah.
like what they put out into the world is really like what we.
I just want to know.
You know
My
what I'm
thing with
saying?
this,
Because
Jada, is this.
Yeah.
How the fuck can
no
you
one
say?
has ever been to the.
How can you say that though?
No one has ever been there.
How can you say that?
So okay, wait. So I want to know what your theory behind that is. So you feel like they went somewhere like just random
To fake it. Yeah.
To fake it. That's how you feel.
But where
if you
can
since we're
not the airplane,
the
spaceship. Where can the spaceship stop at?
It doesn't go anywhere. It just comes back to Earth like this. It does a parabolic
Have
flight.
you ever been up in space?
No.
Do you want to go up in space?
No, because it's not real. See,
How
that's
is
the
it-
I
thing, though.
want you to go. No, just for this.
So what is NASA and them doing then on the spaceship?
To prove your theory. One
about
thing,
you proving
while
your
we're
theory?
sitting here, no, forget that.
I'm
Your
not
theory.
going on those
But that's
spaceships.
belief, then.
That's something you're passionate in.
See,
You
but that's
understand what I'm
belief,
saying?
though.
I
Do
believe.
you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Okay, so
I'm a very
you're not
perspective
gonna
person.
do what you're telling me to do just because you believe it so much that you don't want to do it. That
Right.
doesn't make any sense.
Well, it's not like that, but it's like,
is exactly
it's
like
more
that.
so like I feel like I know something that I'm not passionate enough to do that. Like where I put my mind to it, where I know I could just go, And I feel like right now, what you're sitting here telling us, if you believe that, then show us proof.
Okay.
Go
You
to
got
the
my
moon.
vape, boo?
Can we separate
put it in your back of
belief,
your purse.
faith, and truth though? Is that okay?
Separate what?
Can we separate like faith and truth though?
not
Exactly.
even
Faith
like
and
faith.
truth is a big leap.
Okay, so not necessarily faith is what I'm trying to say. Like when I say proof is what I'm saying this because of like your theory. So when you think of a theory, it's something that basically you came up
You
with
believe
after.
within
Yeah, you believe
yourself.
after.
And then other people
so
can
much
test it and verify it.
observation. Yeah, so much observation.
But
and everything
obviously,
like that.
nobody never tested if somebody went
Because you
to
see, like
space or
y'all
not.
are individual people
Only
right here,
America.
sitting right here, and we just came and met y'all. And you know what I mean? Not understanding your theory. I never thought a word like that until you just
Yeah.
said that, right? Thought of a word like that until you just
Yeah.
said that.
Said what?
So until you like about those, like for example, like there being the Earth is flat.
Yeah.
Like I think I mean
I
said it
believe
herself.
I believe the Earth.
She's already
is
a
people say
flat.
that all
believer,
the
look at
time in school and stuff, but then I'm like, okay, I don't believe it because in school we learn about the fucking
Exactly.
Earth being
Yeah. You're
a
you're in
sphere,
a religion.
globe. That's what. Yeah, that's it was we learned.
You're in a religion.
But that
So
doesn't make
I'm-
sense to me because I feel like if the Earth was not flat, the water would just be running down type shit.
But we also believe there's such
Yeah.
thing as gravity.
Or like when you
See
on the
what I'm
road,
saying?
when do you ever see a road
I get
just
where you're
going
coming
like this?
from
You
now,
feel me?
because
Like,
where
So,
you
like-
were, but where you were 5 minutes in this conversation, you
You guys
were.
have to come up with questions.
I'm just trying to be, like,
individually,
open-minded.
one by one. You
You
can't
gotta-
hurl all the questions at the same time.
Yeah, you're kind of right because it don't make sense.
So
No.
so let me
yeah,
let me get back
You guys
to
are
where
asking
you
all
were.
different questions.
Okay,
I'm
let
not
me
even
see.
asking the question.
Let me
I'm
get
making
back
a
to where you were
statement.
like 3 or 5 minutes ago. You were touting, and which is great. Okay, I graduated high school too, but that only means that you were indoctrinated into the government's mind.
Yeah,
thoughts,
exactly what they
okay?
think, not what you think.
Not actually what's true. It's a faith-based
And I
ideology.
totally agree with that. For examples, for reasons
It's
why,
no
like,
different than being
Christian-
born. Let me finish though.
Christianity.
Yes, exactly. And being born into Utah, where you would most likely be Mormon. If you're born in another country, you're going to be Buddhist or that religion because you're born
Right.
there, right? But the government has full rule over everybody
Hi.
because they teach where we live.
Right.
Because they are the ones that can do it and we can't.
Exactly.
So they're our God. We bow down to them and listen
And
to
honestly,
everything that
that's
they
how
say.
I feel. 'Cause I feel like
So
it's
you're
so
very
controlled.
emotional about what they've taught you, now thinking that, hey, the last 19 years, was I deceived? Yes,
Yeah.
you were.
I kind of feel
Yes, you
like I want to like, since I have an open mind, honestly, because I feel like no matter what, I can always learn more.
Then look at this. Here, take this one because it's more convenient.
Can I get that one? The more that's more convenient for me in my
For
purse.
real, yeah. But no, for real, like I feel like since I'm so open-minded, I feel like
Yeah,
I'm
you can
just
take
so
that.
welcome to like understanding new things and like looking at different perspective of things. I feel like this right here is something new for me to look at, and I can look at it from like different perspective because I feel like Earth, honestly, itself. And one thing I battle with, honestly, is like the whole life or death thing, and I have to understand like what's after. And so I don't understand what's after. I have to understand what I'm doing like on Earth. You know what I'm saying? Like what's the purpose on Earth? Honestly, I don't know my purpose on Earth. I don't even know like if I think I'm gonna die because the fucking
I heard your purpose on Earth. I just read this
stairway
shit,
might
bro.
fucking come through. But if he's telling me the Earth's flat, why the fuck would a stairway come through?
Well, now you can change your perspective of why you're
That
here.
shit
'cause
I
now
don't believe,
Earth
bro,
isn't a globe
because they
anymore.
always talking about some shit's gonna come hit Earth.
You
come
get
hit
what I'm
Earth, and
saying?
never
Yeah,
hit.
aliens are gonna come and asteroids
So,
gonna
okay,
hit
listen,
us.
so
It's all
if you
about
wanna be
fear.
real, I believe it's aliens into a certain extent.
What type of dog do you
extent.
have?
Like not exactly like
retriever mix,
aliens, but I think of a different
yeah,
species.
Labrador.
You know
Where
what
was?
I'm
Yeah,
saying?
totally understand.
types of
So
Yeah,
like
I
Boy
could
or
totally
girl?
they
go
call
along
them
with what you're
aliens,
saying.
like they're like something to do something
Better?
bad.
Where would
Like,
they come
really,
from?
Like they're another like
It's a
just
boy.
like animals are. to
Where would they
us.
come
his
from?
name?
I don't.
Ty.
Different
Hey,
planet
Ty.
type.
No, no,
I
no,
don't
no,
wanna
no,
kiss.
no. Think of like a flat earther. No. Now that you're a
love
flat
dogs so
earther,
bad.
you're in the
Flat
realm of a
Earth.
flat earther.
So
What
I
do
feel
you think?
like,
Can I
even
meet
on
your dog?
Earth, like you don't
Yeah,
think
if she
there's,
lets
like,
him.
different other species.
Look at
that
my
we
sign
don't-
right here.
The thing with my dog,
What's
I
that sign
babysit
say?
dogs, but they're all like
Flat
girls,
Earth
and
matters
she-
because they are
like, let's say
hiding
you
more
like
land.
Destiny, can you babysit
I
my dog?
agree.
Or dogs
You know,
sit my
some
dog?
So the
of
land's
stuff
not-
that we don't know
the land's
about.
not on the globe.
For
Like,
example,
obviously,
like just
but
in
my
was
friend's
that in
dog,
China
which
or
is my
Korea, where they
friends,
found like
people
they
that
had
I've
digging
known
the ground, they
forever.
had found a whole
She
forest.
hides underneath the
For
bed.
example,
and
like
doesn't
something
come
like
outside
that, like
till
you
they
know what I'm
come
saying?
back
Like
home.
there's so much more to the
Like,
earth
it's
that I think
shocking
there is.
that she-
If
But
we
I
didn't
think
have
she
a
only
flat
likes
Earth, for
boy
example,
dogs.
we'd be gone.
What if it goes
Because
on
my friend
infinitely
got a
like this
girl,
table and we're the size of a
And that's
little...
how I
She
feel.
or
I feel like
whatever.
the
But
earth
they're
could
only,
be
but the
flat.
government, but
Yeah,
the
it's
government
flawed, but
teaches,
it's kinda
how about
like,
this,
you
but the
know,
government
fatter.
teaches us we live on a
And,
globe
Kizzy
and there's
hates
only
the dog.
finite land and water,
Kizzy hates
right?
that dog so bad.
So it doesn't give us the exploration, you know, under
So
our
bad.
butt. Like, hey, let's go get a boat and like
6
explore,
months old.
Right.
right?
Oh, he's a
No, we have to
puppy.
leave it
He's
to
a puppy.
Elon
He
Musk
gets
to go
bigger than
up. That's the only way we can
You
go.
don't get a boat and explore is because
When you
like
first
you
got it,
said,
you gotta
you don't
want
know
a
shit
baby,
about
baby.
the ocean. You know,
He
we don't
will.
know shit about the water. Like
Yeah.
the
You gotta
body
want
of
who's like
water
a
is the
baby,
most
baby.
that we don't know shit
He's
about.
like 5
Only three
So-
people have gone to the deepest
small.
part of
Okay,
the ocean.
right. So unless you want to be that person,
What's more
I mean, I don't
reasonable?
want you
So-
to-
Bro, I need to feed him
Deflecting
more
now
and-
to go to the moon landing
You're
again.
so
What's more reasonable, landing on the moon or going to the deepest part of the ocean?
You're right.
Okay, so let's try to stick to the ground.
Just whatever makes most logical sense
Yeah.
to everybody around you. Because, for example,
My
like you
dog's
said,
5
we
years
learn in
old.
school, so we learn about the moon landing.
She's old.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Neil Armstrong landed on the moon.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next person goes to the moon. We don't know if it's the moon or not. You're right.
Do you believe in like biblical scripture, things like that? Jesus.
I
stuff like
went. I promise you, I sang
She
in the
feels
choir
like I'm
for
trying to
so
make
years.
her
My
talk
grandpa
to
was
him,
a
but I'm
pastor.
not.
I was in a Christian church for so many years. But honestly, I believe in God. But I feel like the way that people like perceive
You
God
too, baby.
is not the same exact.
Bye-bye.
Nice talking to you.
Hey, you too,
We have a
man.
rare
Take care of
beautiful
yourself
dog,
out there.
Thank you.
You're beautiful too.
But yeah, what I was gonna say is like I feel like the way that people perceive like the
You supposed to
world
say you
compared to
too.
others, like,
You
they
are.
feel like there's only like certain
What's your
there's
name?
limits to
Oh,
everything.
Destiny.
There's
If you
no
thought I
limits
was
to
beautiful, you
anything
would
in
have
this
told
world.
me.
Like if you really feel like how right now what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like you feel like the earth is flat. You can prove that. You're sitting here telling me multiple different factors on why the earth is flat. I feel like that's a real thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, look
you
at
can,
water.
As long as
Flat.
you can prove it, it can be real.
Yeah, the water lays flat though.
No,
Yep.
that's not. And I promise you, like when I was in school, like as a kid, even
Okay,
like,
so
even though I feel like I just had like kind of
I don't
like
want
a
to be his
short
camera.
term.
So if the water
span
lays
line-
flat, because I went to Miami before,
I feel like
right? Well,
I
plenty of
always
times.
that never made sense
What
to me.
causes
You don't
the
understand
waves?
gravity. Like if water is one of the
What
main
makes the
things
waves
that's
come out the
most
ground and
powerful on
jump
Earth.
like
You know,
this?
like the water can
I
take over the
always
whole
thought
Earth.
it's because
Yeah.
the
If that's,
curve,
like,
you
not
know,
the Earth
the
is
wind
a
will
globe,
hit
all
one of the
things like that.
curves and now
We
it's
can
coming
flood this
up.
whole
There's a lot
Earth.
of winds.
And
But
it's going like
water is
this.
the most powerful
Yes.
thing
So
with
how
us,
else
and
would the wind make
there's so much shit in the water we
you
don't
know,
know.
make the ocean
Think
ripple
about
like
think
that.
about it like this too.
Without
At a
it
level.
curving and
For
then it coming up
everything, you have to survive with water.
Yeah.
Literally, like that's.
And we
what
use it to build things.
Winds that go around.
That's how we,
Definitely,
you know,
like-
you don't want to have a like a
How you
tilty.
sit on right
A
now,
tilty
man,
floor?
hey.
I don't know, but
For
I
real,
personally
like,
believe the earth is flat.
It's a
So-
lot of man-made
tons of
stuff that
proof.
we did.
Yeah, I don't look at
I
the
understand
ocean
that.
when
That's
I
why
was
I'm,
out
kinda
of
confused,
town.
like,
When I went to the ocean.
That's why, like, your theory about
I'm
flat
like,
Earth.
you know,
honestly,
it's-
when I was in school,
Yeah,
I used
the
to always
ocean.
is the
The
Earth
ocean's
flat or
flat
is
as
it?
shit.
Is it a
So
circle?
back to school
And that guy
again,
tried to say
right?
there
Because it
could
always
be
goes
curve.
back to it really goes back
It
to school.
does,
when it comes to
honestly,
this.
because honestly, I feel like I would never be nothing until I finished school, and then I finally
I'm at the
finished.
point in my life,
I dropped
I
out
don't even
because
give
I
a
was
fuck to give
16
a
and
fuck to know if
pregnant.
the earth is flat
I
around
didn't want to have a
because
baby
then
when
here
I
I
was
go thinking
upstairs.
about it all day.
Fair enough.
I ended up graduating.
about
I'm
it.
19 now. I graduated a year later.
My brain
We're
just
here.
You're still here.
Yeah,
right?
we
Don't gotta worry about it.
graduated. But
You live forever.
I
gave
feel
me
like
one of
in
them
school
things.
they just don't teach you like reality.
Hi there.
School teaches you what's in the books, but they don't teach you reality. So like what's like
That's
Yeah, so-
what could
that's
possibly
Jada
be
way.
versus what could be.
Yeah, let me say real quick though that about school is it's not about learning, it's about becoming emotionally attached to what they're telling you.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I
So all the
definitely
things that they teach us about our history or who we are not supposed to be,
Because I feel
right?
like we don't go to school
We
for
become
order.
emotionally
we go to,
attached
I mean,
to
we don't
those
go to
things.
knowledge, we go to school for order. It's not for
Yeah, no,
knowledge,
totally,
it's
for sure.
order.
You're there to become. It's kind of like a military type of thing. You know,
Definitely, that's how I feel
you
like
have
school
your
is. Like,
structured.
why do I have to bring my baby to school by the age of 5 years
Yeah.
old, and she has to go to school and go to all these years of school, graduate, and she has to go to school.
So
The same stuff you learn
that's what I'm saying.
every
Is
day
like don't
basis.
become emotionally
that's my
attached to
dog.
the
That's
things
Kizzy's
that
husband.
may
His
come
name is
against what we're
Kai.
taught in school. And this is the most predominant thought. I get made fun of the most about flat Earth in this topic.
Really?
Even by my Christian friends, right? Who believe that the government is corrupt, but they won't lie to us about where we
See,
live.
one thing I can tell you about Christianity and about any other religious thing about it since they're all, like I said, they're all man-made. As I feel like you can believe whatever you want to believe. It doesn't matter like what they tell you, like how the world comes. It's like all about your own experiences.
I think
Because
somebody's been.
I believe in God. I believe there's somebody of higher power, but like I don't want to say I believe in like a specific God because then like it seems like I'm like like tormenting at each other person. You know what I'm saying? So I believe there's a God. There's somebody of higher power. But I don't know if I exactly believe like it's the same one as everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So I always know there's like more to it. Like I think how you said like there's a flat Earth. I can believe
What if
that.
there's more land outside of where they come
And
out of the rail?
honestly, I believe you. And you know what's so crazy is I believe you because there's so much shit that
You believe in
Earth,
aliens?
like even outside of Earth that we haven't even got to experience.
So what about this here? I heard what you were saying about hollow Earth and everything.
Tinfoil hat, I love it.
Yeah, water when contained lays level and flat. It's not a globe.
Wait, say it
And it's
again.
not hollow Earth.
Wait, say it again.
And the moon isn't hollow either.
You said water, what?
What's that?
Her boyfriend doesn't want her talking.
No, say it again.
And outer space isn't real. She was talking about hollow Earth, and
What is hollow Earth?
it's the idea of like we're on the ceiling of Earth.
Right, like
And,
we're not
and the
fully in
center,
Earth.
and the center is the moon, and like the Earth is still spinning on the inside.
right.
It's a very bizarre concept.
You think the Earth spins?
No,
Me either.
no.
Only reason why I said I think
Only the
Earth
moon and the
spins-
sun.
But listen though, I was just gonna say that
Even
I feel
when
like
I'm
the moon and the
sober?
sun spins.
So why does
Yes,
So what's your theory on why the sky moves?
it does. Yeah, like a
So
clock.
the sky just moves. Yeah. So
It has
why?
to move because of all the time zones.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Y'all realize time was created.
Yeah, that's a concept.
Time is a concept.
I
Yeah,
know it is.
time
was
time
created.
was
But let's look at
definitely
this
At
here.
one point in time, time was not a thing.
We also want to talk to other people who are walking by at the same time.
Here's this.
Everything we've given
Okay,
you
well
guys.
let's go.
All right.
Here's
yeah.
this.
Here, look at the
Here, just look
app.
So this is the sun and the moon right here. So
I like him because he's showing me everything.
Yeah, I like him.
Good.
want us to
He's
go.
got the app.
I like him too though, cause he's a cutie patootie.
He's
But he
cute,
has
but
an
he
attitude.
wants us to go.
He gives me
Like,
Gemini
yeah.
he's got his, I don't know, his dog or
Sure,
something.
sure. We're gonna break it down. Let's break it
But
down.
so
When's your
here's how the
birthday?
sun and
I'm
the
just
moon
trying to
work,
understand your
right?
guys' theory.
In October.
So the
You're a
seasons
Libra?
work by the
Sure.
sun being closer to the
is it?
center, which is the
I'm not
North
into all
Pole,
that though.
Right.
and the sun just
You act like
traverses
one.
further
Astrology?
away.
So what about different
Sure,
states?
why not?
So the reason, yeah, it's
But
just
yeah.
perspective,
You're right.
Are you
right? So
following?
I think of the sun as not
I
being
don't
a
need to follow
physical
'cause I'm
object.
having my own
It's
conversation
just the perception
with
of
you.
light from the
Sorry.
sky that we
Why
see.
do I kind of feel like that too? I feel like
Just like the moon. Like, have you ever gone on a road
Just
trip
like
before?
we can't go to the moon. Yeah.
Okay, so when you go on a road trip, doesn't the moon feel like it's following you?
Yes, it follows.
Right. So everybody has their own perspective.
Okay,
Of
well,
this
my
road.
boo don't want us talking to his coworker no more, so we have to go.
Well, it
So-
was nice talking
No,
to
it's
you
nice
guys.
meeting you too. Yeah.
And you have a spider right there. I don't
Oh,
know
yeah,
if
well.
y'all scared.
No, I'm not scared. He was here before me, I'm sure.
I try to be. I'm a little drunk.
I just
so
showed
I
up
try
with
to
my
get it
table and
together,
took over
but
his
yeah.
habitat.
You have a nice day.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Hopefully the
thanks.
sun makes you smile.
You guys
about it.
should come back around.
No, you're rude.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We'll come back around when I'm here. or
I
for
like
me.
you. I like you.
Yeah, you're very
I
welcome.
love
He just
him, but
wants
I
us to
like.
go. Other
Okay,
people.
I lust him, but I
Yeah.
like you.
Okay.
You don't think other
Alright.
people will come over here?
So you'll
and,
fall in
like,
love
we're
with
here?
me,
No.
but
How you
he's
say
just
no?
somebody you won't ever quit.
You don't think nobody's gonna come over
No,
here?
I didn't mean it like that.
I get what he's
sorry.
saying. I mean,
Don't be sorry.
but
You said what you
Remember
said.
that guy who came back and screamed and he
The
came over here and
Israelite?
screamed like that was. We've just.
I don't know, but you have a great day.
hey, thanks for. What's your dog's name?
Kinsey.
Kinsey. Hey, Kinsey, look at you.
See, now she gonna want to jump in.
I love dogs.
You guys have a nice day.
Hey, thanks
Thanks
for
for
Bye.
stopping.
You have a nice day too.
Keep up with it.
Always.
I like what you're doing though. It's very nice.
Thanks, I do too.
So when I'm drunk and I want to talk about it though, you gonna answer
Yeah,
my
because I'm
FaceTime?
definitely drunk, and when I'm drunk, I like to talk about shit like this. Because
I don't have
I
your
just
face.
told the girl, like, I be on FaceTime with one of my friends for hours talking about
I don't
shit
have
like
your
this.
FaceTime.
For real.
Cause I really want him to have my number.
Oh wait,
Well, can
is
I
this
have your
gonna bring
number?
your Instagram or something up?
Yeah.
No, but I can just give you it. Here.
I'll follow you guys on Instagram.
Are we
Do
gonna
it.
do fun things? We can
Always.
talk about this shit too if you want to.
Hold on, I think I have some. Oh, I just threw them away, y'all. Writing on the card or something.
I can give you this.
My picture of my daughter. Yes, actually, she was just here. She just left like 10 minutes
But they gotta
ago.
be decent
Sadly. I know. I wish she could have been
Your
here.
dog
She
cute
talks
as hell,
like
but
she's
you
so
not.
much.
You're rude as fuck. Why you
Yeah,
so rude
she's
for her?
very much energy at all times.
Yeah, she looks like a
Yeah, she would have probably been over here talking too.
Me, I'm real energetic.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it so much for the knowledge, for sure.
Hey, thanks for listening. I appreciate you stopping.
Come on.
I think you're gonna love it here, though.
Hey, Lois.
Take a try.
Yeah, we'll see.
He
I'm
gonna
doing
love
all right.
it.
Nice meeting you guys.
Nice meeting you too.
See you later, boyfriend.
Bye.
I love him. I'm gonna give him the
I love him. He's too much for me, y'all.
He's a lot for me.
She calls Miles cutie patootie.
Y'all just gonna let me leave my drink? Y'all know.
Oh yeah, we were gonna. It's hot out here.
You ever been called cutie patootie before, Miles?
Yeah, all the time.
Okay.
Well then. Escort the riffraff out of here. All right, you've heard enough. How you doing?
You guys actually believe that?
I know it. What are your two favorite proofs the Earth is a globe?
That's awesome.
What are your two favorite proofs the Earth is a globe?
Astronauts?
Other people's testimony. That sounds like you're in a religion, sir. That's no different than somebody believing Jesus walked on water.
Is that a 360?
No, ma'am.
It doesn't look like it.
No. I just don't have my regular selfie stick.
Laughter's the best medicine.
You know, I'm glad that he got healthy today. The sun and laughter are really keys to a healthy immune system. So, speaking of healthy immune system and therapy, Alex, what's good? West Blaze. Here we go. We got the table. Can you believe it? We're back. Not a one-hit wonder. There's Lois. It's like it's 2018 again. Can you believe it? So it's fantastic out. I might have just about said snowstorm. Had a thunderstorm overnight, but now it's beautiful. I love you and your tie-dye shirt. We have this guy here. Had some sign makers when we were in South Kakalaki. I know. There's your black Israelites for you. Always welcoming. Always love to have them featured. So I'm really here, so it's not just CGI. Although it might as well be, you'd believe it. So got the beautiful lake in front of us, a couple of hours of sunshine ahead, and normies. Can't beat it. So, got all of our propaganda and periodicals on the table for people's enjoyment and facts. How you doing? Kyrie was right, bro. So we have all of your favorites. Are you texting her already? Got this guy here. That is. It's a barn burner today, folks. Finally, if you believe it, it's been winter for the last 9 months. So, I was excited to come out. And so now we're out. We did it, Lois. We're here.
Really?
It took us 2 years to finally break out of that firmament.
I haven't seen a mast yet today.
No? Well, we did. We saw a couple casualties. Alone, of all places, too. All by themselves.
Oh, I've got some leftover little brochures.
Yeah. Let's see here. So we got a little kind of, I mean, this is a pretty good thing. This is my shoulder strap that I use when I'm walking around doing activism, which I'll get back to. I have that e-bike coming on Friday. So I am just about close to just completely separating myself from all aspects of this place. I mean, not driving is a big thing. I've just really never thought of not driving anywhere until recently. I always thought it was a nice convenience to have as being an American, to just drive anywhere and get to where you want to go in a hasty and orderly fashion. But now you can really make a stand. You can really turn the tide with what's going on. And I think if a third of us just stopped driving. Hi there.
So I'm back.
Yeah, what's happening?
Living again. I'm about to leave.
Where'd you go? Did you go on the boat?
You know what? We ended up not getting on the boat
No.
right away. We just
Yeah.
hung out
It's a
and
little windy.
shaved for a little bit, and then, you know, we came back. But yeah, I have some things I'm gonna go do next after this. So what is this stuff right here?
Yeah,
Something
there's.
that my friend was saying, she's like, oh, nobody can fly over Antarctica,
Mhm.
the Arctic caps or something like that, because once you get there, it's like the edge.
Okay.
That's what she was saying.
Okay. Well, I wouldn't necessarily agree with that, but I can show you like what things look more reasonable here. Have you ever seen something like this? This is interesting. You know, so like water when contained lays flat and level when at rest, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that is flat. That is the earth right there. But what if there's more land? That's what they're hiding from us.
Like underneath?
No.
Or around?
No,
Just
around,
out?
just around us.
Just
Yeah,
around
just
us.
boat. Just take a boat out there. You ever seen Waterworld before?
Yeah.
Kevin Costner, you know,
Mm-hmm.
really great movie because it just kind of gives you an image or an
Or the
idea
Truman Show.
of the vastness of water, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you've ever been out to the ocean, it's huge, right?
Yeah.
So imagine how much water and land there could really be out there. And that they're just withholding it from us because we're not ready. I mean, look at us. We're fighting against each other. We all have 10 fingers and 10 toes, but we can't get our hands from our throats on a regular basis. And some of us are doing it when we're looking in the mirror, right? And when we all walk away, we go to work and we do all these things, but everything about this place is emotionally driven. It's not about facts. It's just about emotion. And that's why people remember a lot of stuff in school about where we live and the solar system, right? Takes your soul away if you believe it. That's why it becomes so emotionally. Like that guy just before you showed up here laughed at me and her and him because we don't believe outer space is a real place, you know. But he said, I believe it's real because of astronauts. Oh, well, I believe Jesus walked on water because other people said so, right? I mean, isn't that kind of the same thing?
That's right.
So, I mean, you know, there's so much to do with relearning stuff. And one thing is that's very interesting is when you look at a globe and kind of, they did it for you here, but they map out flight paths. Okay, so this is what you would do if you were on a globe, and although it's flat here, but this is what it would look like. And then we just go to this page here. Right? So that, and then what's more reasonable, that or just this?
I think it's interesting.
Yeah.
If it's flat, it's just a straight
It's
shot.
right,
Yeah.
absolutely. Which is basically, you know, like what we do.
Yeah, what's the shortest point between two places? You know, would you drive in 5 circles to get to your parents' house? No, of
Right,
course
no.
not.
You
It's
just
not
go-
gas efficient, right? You know, it's $5 a gallon now. You want to get to where you're going, right? So they think the same way,
Yeah.
but they tell us the opposite, and we believe it. So now it's just about not believing it and having to be this type of person that lives in this environment with everybody else around believing this hypnosis. And you're the one that kind of snapped out of it, and you're like, okay, wait, what's going on again? Why is everybody laughing? You know? So how is it that the countries change? You know, and it's always America. All these are NASA images, and they all just show North America. Like, aren't there other countries on Earth, right?
Yeah.
But they always show America, and America is huge here, and then here's their latest one. So what they're doing, you know, in reality is this is the Earth, and they're just scanning it with an airplane or a high-altitude balloon, and then they send it to a computer analyst who just is an artist. And when you have children, you get them that coloring book that says, okay, kids, 1 is red, 2 is blue, and just fill it out, right? And then you get the picture. Well, that's what they're doing with the images of Earth from space, is they're just taking the image of Earth being scanned on a flat plane and then superimposing it on a globe. And then we're taught that as children.
Right. I guess one thing I was saying to my friend was the idea of Pangea, and
yeah.
if everything fit together before, like how would that fit within a global system?
Totally.
You know, like.
So do you believe in the flood story?
What flood story?
The Genesis,
the
Genesis story, where God flooded the earth. That's also in other historical texts, religious texts too. Other history books show that the earth has some water that had been flooded and things like that. But let's just picture this here, how it is, right? It doesn't seem like there's any ocean unless it's identified by the different countries by the black, right? So that shows the separation. But if we were to do, I think there's another thing here, and I don't want to get too far off track of my thought, but what I'm trying to suggest is that don't picture that the countries are identified by their borders, that it's all land and very little water, okay? And so when you picture it like with very little water and more land, then the flood story starts to make more sense, because at a time there wasn't any water as much as there is, and now there is. So Pangea could have been true, but it doesn't mean that there couldn't be more land. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff here, but I was trying to find, I do have an image of 4 different types of continents and a center piece of land in the middle. It's like the Euphrates River comes down it, but I totally hear what you're saying, and this concept of Pangea and how like the earth tectonic plates separated and then how they perfectly form to where they are up against each other.
Right.
Could be. I mean, but I get where you're coming from in that regard, but never forget that water when contained lays flat and level when at rest. So never is water going to bend around a ball to conform to the exterior of a shape and float. You know, don't allow them. I just encourage you not to allow them to get you back to that gravity concept. You know.
They look like billiards balls. They're so perfectly round and smooth. How would they get that way?
That's right.
What about the concept of space is so gravitating?
I think, you know, we just think about things outside of us.
Mm-hmm. Something greater than you is out there somewhere? Or this place is bigger than you?
Yeah, there's just more. It's like what you see at night are the stars in the sky. So there's more universe than, like, you know.
Totally. So if you were born, and it's hard to think this, I know, because we're in it. But if you were born here and we weren't taught that, what would you think the lights in the sky are?
If I wasn't taught that
Yeah. They were balls of gas and there were planets surrounding them and stuff, yeah. What would you think they were?
Okay, yeah, let's keep going then. Yeah.
I don't know. What do I think
Other people? Would you even just imagine, like, as children, the three of us are hanging out, we're just in a gas station parking lot, we're looking up at the sky, and we're like, what if people live on those like us?
Right.
Right? So what if really, really powerful
Or creatures.
Yeah, right? So what if really, really powerful people thought that, and then they were like, yeah, let's teach them.
Investigate.
Let's teach them that. Let's go investigate, right? And what if they found out they couldn't get out? And we were in a dome of some kind. Or there was something that just illuminated those lights in a certain liquid environment, and we couldn't get there. And they weren't really as far as they teach us. But they had to come back, and they couldn't tell us, oh, we can't go to the moon, right? We're gonna have to fake it. Would they tell you? If you were in ever a position to, let's say, adopt another child, right? And this child was like 6 months old. And he or she grew up with your family, and when would be the time and the age that you would tell them that you're adopted?
I don't know.
Yeah. I'm telling you now, you're adopted. And you're on flat Earth. It's the same thing. I found out when I was 35 years old. Right? It sucks. But it's so freeing. It really is. It's fascinating. But yeah, we're adopted. And how long do you wait until you tell your child that? Because you want to have them have this perception about you, that you're their hero and they trust you. You can't trust these people anymore. But you always knew that, right? But you never thought it would go to, like, why does this matter? Right? It's a big deal. What that look like? So here's this might be of interest to you. So if we do this on this app here, it shows the path of the sun on the flat plane. So on the other side it's dark.
Right.
So the center is the North Pole, much like a pizza or a penny. The sun is small, and the sun and the moon are the same size because they're the same size. And so all it's doing is just going across. And as it becomes summer out here in Minnesota, the sun is directly over the United States. So our perspective of the sun is above us. But we all just knew that 4 months ago the sun was lower on the horizon right now, right? So that means that the sun is further away, and then Australia has summer. So all it's doing is just doing one of these and then one of these. It's just going in and out, in and out. That's all it does. It's like a time clock. Literally like the face of a clock. Yeah.
Wow.
And that's how simple this place is.
This is wild.
But they convolute it with education, right? And degrees.
Yeah, no, definitely. Wow.
Here we go. This might be fun. Hi there.
Hey.
How's it going?
It's going good. It's going good.
Hey,
Just
good.
curious. I want to learn.
Yeah, great.
What should I know?
Water, when contained and at rest, lays level and flat.
Sure.
So the oceans are contained by shorelines.
Right.
So that's how you get flat Earth.
Okay. So you're saying since the water level is level, right, all the
There
way
you go.
across
Water
the board,
level, right?
contained.
What
Got
else?
it.
What else do we say? Water table. Tables. Go on Amazon. Type in Earth is round, right?
Right.
Type in round table.
Yeah.
You're never gonna see a globe sphere tables. You're always going to see a round table that you can place your coffee cup
Sure.
leisurely on that's leveled by a water level.
Sure. Sure.
That's your totem here.
There you go.
Yeah.
I see.
And
How-
then another term is sea level.
Right. I got you. Okay. Okay.
How about you? Like, what should I know about what you think about flat Earth, where you're coming from, your...
Honestly,
you've
I
heard?
just I've heard a little bit, but I'm just curious.
Yeah.
I'm just curious.
Yeah, if you want to, this is an app that you can download.
Okay.
How often are y'all out here too?
Well, I hope to be here very often, you know.
Okay.
But as the weather gets nicer, but I've been doing this for 4 years,
Sure. Yeah.
you know, so I've been out here at this lake a lot, and
Gotcha.
I've chalked it up a lot. And so my perspective on the whole concept of landing on the moon and Earth being a globe and everything is really what we're taught in school at a very young age.
Sure.
With the inability to verify anything that we're being told, we just believe it. And then as we get younger, we just kind of go along with everybody else. Like, hey, this is what you believe? Yeah, I believe this too. Hey, all right, let's go. Let's hang out together. Yeah. And then we all just come with camaraderie with everybody.
Sure.
Right?
Okay.
And so we're kind of brought into this, like, in a way, you know, lack of a better term, religious ideology.
Sure.
That's based on other people doing things, and we just take their word for it. And we can't ever verify it, right? And so that's really where the concept of landing on the moon and, you know, Earth being, you know, a globe and things of that nature. It just comes along as just faith that, hey, I'm going to school to be the same person that this person went to school for 20 years ago,
Right.
and they landed on the moon,
Sure.
right? So, I mean, it's really that simple.
Yeah.
I'm going to school for it.
I
Right?
have to go.
Hey, thanks a lot for
but
stopping.
Nice meeting you all.
Yeah,
Nice to meet
I'll see you soon. Yeah,
Yeah, most
care.
definitely.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, kind of see where I'm going with that?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay,
Good
so
deal.
we're born in Utah. Okay? We just so happen to have Mormon parents.
Sure.
And we grow up in the Mormon ideology, right? Can't verify anything about Joseph Smith or any of the stories or anything.
But you just believe in.
But you just believe it,
Sure.
right? And then
Okay.
you get outside of Utah, or somebody like me comes into Utah and says, Jesus, or Muhammad, or whatever,
Sure.
right? And then what are they going to do? Laugh you off the stage and probably escort you out of the state, right? Because you're really kind of,
Right.
you know, ruffling some feathers.
Yeah. I
Because
get you.
you know what I'm saying? So it's really kind of where it starts, is where we're born. So we're just born here in this realm. Globe Earth is the majority of what people believe. It is the largest religion on Earth because we believe that they were able to land on the moon and that these images of Earth from space are real,
Sure.
you know, things of that nature. But I
Okay.
just try to kind of, from where I've been, you know, as of this journey for 6 years, right? That I totally get where you're coming from now. But where I can just honestly say where I'm coming from is water is your best totem.
Sure.
You know, it doesn't conform to the exterior of a shape. It doesn't do the things that they taught us it can do, only unless you say the magic G word, which is gravity,
Sure.
right? Then gravity can make universes and solar systems that, you know, take your childlike imagination and like, confine them into something outside of us and not here on Earth, right?
Gotcha. Yeah.
And so we worry about like Elon Musk doing such things and great things that we can't verify as me or you. It's not like we can build our own stuff and go up there,
Sure.
right? And a lot of people, like the young lady said earlier, well, if you could, would you do it? And I'm like, well, why wouldn't you want to do it, right? Like, why wouldn't you want to verify your belief in what it is that they taught us and do that? But it's always about what I have to do. But again, it goes back to the water mechanics.
All right. Well, I appreciate
And
your
it
time,
lays
man.
flat. So
Yeah.
thanks a lot, man,
Yeah,
for
you guys
stopping.
have a good one.
Appreciate you. Take care. Yeah. How you doing? They kind of did a once over and came back, and I didn't think they had too much time, so just gotta get it out of your system.
How you doing?
Hey. Got a blue disc on this light post here. So it's been been fantastic out here so far. I don't know what happened to the chat.
Nice little spot.
Yeah, I was hoping that girl down there wasn't in the hammock when we got here, because that's the only shady part on this side. But yeah, it's a warm one, but I can't complain because it's been winter here for the last 9 months. Just get in a nice day of sun,
A little vitamin D.
Yeah, why not? Be nice if we had some water though. Said it'd be nice if we had some water. Should have brought some water.
Dog wants to sniff.
Yeah.
You know, and have its head down over his head.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be rough if you had your head,
Yeah.
being turned all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yep, so ready to embark on a new path. I hope more people are, like you buy an e-bike and it's like, you're buying an e-bike from Amazon or China or wherever. I guess like the whole point of it is just getting it for the idea of it and the concept of being more free and not being in such bondage. Because having been biked pretty much everywhere I've been going for the last 6 weeks or so has really kind of made me think a lot more about, my contribution to whatever it is that's going on. And I think gasoline income has a lot to do with that. I mean, they know that everybody drives and everybody needs a car to get to where they're going. They've kind of pigeonholed us into this lifestyle where we need a car. But if you had like an e-bike or a e-travel companion of some kind, like a Segway or something, most places that people really go is within 10 to 15 miles. Like a lot of places, a grocery store, so I mean, I get it if you gotta drive to work, but come on. You've probably, how you doing? You've probably saved up some money where you can spend $1,000 and buy an e-bike and put a little basket on it, put your dog in it, and go to the store. Another thing about having an e-bike or that type of travel is it's going to limit you from buying $500 worth of groceries and just sitting around and eating your groceries. Because that's all people do now is eat and watch TV, obviously.
Well, with an e-bike, can you pedal?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Totally manual. Yeah.
So it just gives a boost.
Yeah. You can do both. I'll bring it by sometime. I should have it by this time next Saturday. So, you can give it a shot. I've been telling all my co-workers about it. Hey, I'm buying this e-bike. Maybe you could just kind of, give them an idea of like, hey, I buck the system, I'm a troublemaker. Hi, how you doing? Want to talk about it? Fancy a chat? So I'm encouraged where this is going to go. Really am. Saving a lot of money. Yeah. During the World Economic Forum, there was a part during that, and one of the speakers asked the crowd in front of him how many people had an e-bike or an e-car or something like that, and only like 6-7 people raised their hand. So it's like, I thought it was all about global warming, but you're all traveling by car using gas, which you claim to be a carcinogen to the earth. Kind of a hypocritical thing. But I'm doing it so that I'm not doing it for global warming or anything, so let's just get that out of the way. I'm doing it so I'm not spending money and giving it to people that I've never met before. Right? I mean, why are we as truthers doing that? You know, I gotta try to ask people, or I just gotta give people notice, you know, say, hey, if you wanna invest in my activism, I'm buying an e-bike, send me a couple bucks, help me out.
What do? Do you plug it in at night?
Yeah, you could. If you travel long enough. It's got like, if you use like pedal assist, you can go about 60 miles on a charge. Yeah, like 15, 20 miles an hour.
I'm getting interested.
Yeah. But everybody's spending $5 a gallon on gas to people that they've never met before, but you can't send $10 to a truther who's trying to spread the word. You know, that's what I'm doing. You know, we're also eager to spend money and give it to other people that we've never met before, but when a truther comes out with a hat or some merchandise, you guys all throw him under the fire and say he's in it for the money. And that's ridiculous, because you're not doing it. You just sit back and judge. So it's a lot easier. It's a lot easier to do. To judge somebody else about what they're doing or what they're saying or who they're talking to. But I'm moving forward. I'm getting it, right? I mean, I got it. I work, I got a job. I just wanted to see if people wanted to invest in something that's worthwhile. I think I'm a good investment. If you put $100 on me to be where I'm at now, when I was born, you would have made a lot of money. Let's just put it that way. Because I wasn't supposed to make it off first base. So, you think I'm stopping now? You think think I'm stopping? Now when I get this e-bike, these businesses better watch out. Like seriously. I got 2 or 3 days off a week. And I got an e-bike. And I just got to bring my backpack with me and a couple of spy glasses. It's over. You have no idea how impactful this is going to be. You don't even know. I don't even know. I didn't know what this was going to be 4 years ago. I'm just some dope out at the lake with a table telling people the earth is flat. Now we got a posse. Now we got celebrities. Now we got superstars saying the earth is flat. It's over. It's only a matter of time. And I'm just some guy, and she's some girl, and he's over here with a guy and a dog. Like, are you kidding me? This place is in our own area. Oh, is that the Black Israelites? I'm gonna guess that's the Black Israelites. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Good for them. Yeah, that was quite the opening, Lois. We were, it's a little rowdy here. We almost didn't last, first 10 minutes out here.
Phyllis, did you see that?
No.
When they came?
Yeah. I'll have to find the, I'll send you the clip.
Yeah, you gotta see it. They were getting very loud, yelling.
Oh, there we go. Hey, Randy. What's good? All is one now. What's good? What word spell? Alex Weeks. Yeah, I see him there too. All right, and I am on D-Live now. I forgot to activate my D-Live. You're off if you're off a D-Live for too long, then they just like log you out, and then you gotta re-log in to the apps and stuff. So we're back on D-Live. We're back on Facepalm and Twitch. Hopefully we can go to another few more baseball games. But, you know, it's hard to get there to bike. Get tired. standing for 10 to 12 hours a day. Now I'm in my element here, Lois. We're back. We're freaking back. Hi there. Hi there. Well, I think I'm gonna chalk. Chalk it up. I don't have any music because I'm on Facepalm and they don't like copyrighted music, so, or music in general. So we just have the scenery and the wind and the grass and the people. So enjoy it while it lasts, everybody. Enjoy it while you can. Get out there. Tell everybody. Scream at the top of the housetops. Uh-oh. People are terrified. Miles. Now these people are coming in. show you all the table, see what we're working with here. Thanks for coming by. If you're just showing up, no one has ever been to the moon. Don't let them tell you any different. If they do, they're lying to you. Or they don't know any better. Here we go. There you go. So we're chilling. And I got a spider on me. So we got our walk path and bike path here. Outer space is not real. Cartoons are not scientific evidence. Earth is not a globe, and outer space isn't real. No one has been to the moon. So we're just gonna hang out for a little longer. Not sure what else there is to do. You alright? You know you're filmed everywhere you go, right? On your cell phone, in your house. Now you're on the bike path. Nice work. I know, man. It's like retro. Is this a live stream or not? You would never know. It was nice, that's for sure. It's a nice change of pace. Yeah. Well, in a way. But not. They can fold up and make a funny sound. You throw them at somebody and then they poof out. We had a lot of fun with that in South Carolina. I don't know why, but maybe it was because it was like 4 in the morning.
Throwing them around?
Yeah. We're just sitting in Jack's house and throwing them at each other. It's just really funny. You just had to be there, I guess. Hopefully y'all can get out to South Kakalaki this October, because it might be the last one. It just takes a lot to set everything up and find a venue and get everything scheduled, and you know, people always like to go to places that they didn't, you know, put together, because it's there, right? But if you got to put things together and have put in some of your own money and everything, then you know that can be a strain. So you got to thank Karen for putting them all together for everybody, whether you've been there or not. They were going, you know, whether you were there or not. So if you're late to the Flat Earth game, make your own meetings. So, yeah, I mean, people are going to know. People are always going to be getting together. It's just that, you know, not everybody has to broadcast it, right? But you live stream it and you talk about it and you share it with other people because it's important. And you're like, hey, look at this person. They're talking about this or that and they're live streaming it. You know, what's going to happen? So, but yeah, get out there, hang out with your friends. Try to recruit some more people. That's what this is all about, is recruiting more people. You know, this isn't about coming out here to act like I'm better than somebody else or I know more than you. It's about recruiting you, having you realize, like, hey, you get it. This is all I had to say and you get it. That's cool, let's hang out. I have more in common with you now than I do with the majority of the people that walk by. You know? Just based on that concept of they still think like there's some black Israelite, or they argue about religion here at the lake. They still think they're on a globe, and then he doesn't ever progress, right? He's like, oh, it's without form and void. I'm like, yeah, what about, Genesis 3 where it says day 6? Right? Like, there's no day 6, there's no creation. Like, what? He's got to be probably just really hypnotized. And it's people like that, if they were born any other color, they would be that also. So he'd probably be a KKK. He would probably be, some other war criminal that we've read about in the past. Doesn't matter what those types are born in. It doesn't matter the shell that they're born in. They're always going to be the same. And you see those types everywhere, walking around the lake, at the mall, at the grocery store. You just don't know who they are until they open their mouth. And so people like that, love to be, they want to be right, especially if you're not the type that they are. But for me, that's not what it's like here. It's about me just sharing this information, trying to get you on my side, trying to get you on the human side. I really do think that Flat Earth is a human movement. It's whatever concept you want to use as a human Homo sapiens or whatever. 10 fingers and 10 toes, right? I mean, 2 eyes, whatever we are. This is a huge topic that needs to be discussed, and it needs to be taken seriously. Because obviously they take it seriously. Like those 2 younger ladies from earlier take it seriously. She was all happy about graduating high school and getting this degree and whatever. But it's not about learning anything. It's about the emotional attachment that you have to what you think are the facts while you're in that establishment. And so if you're born a certain color, or you're born a certain race, or you're born a certain religion, or you think you're born a certain way, the school is always there to commend you for whatever it is that you are. There's no left or right. There's no yes or no. There's no definitive answer with people like that. If they're wishy, hey, want to chat about it? Pop a squad, I got a chair for you. Yeah. And they're always just, no. But, I figured I could figure it out if you got over here. So, people grow up in this ideology and this, I learned all this stuff, but no, it's about emotion. I've kind of started to realize. It's not about them knowing the earth is this or that. It's just about the emotional attachment that you have to when everybody else believed the same thing that you did. And now it's like, well, why don't you believe what I believe? Right? Like, what? Wait, you don't believe this anymore? So what should I do? Should I jump to mockery and ridicule, or should I jump to, why do you believe this? Give me your answers. Like that couple that showed up, a while ago, where they just kind of listened and then they just walked away, right? I mean, I did see him, like, as he walked by the first time, he kind of had this, like somebody thinks that. Like, so I didn't think it was like one of those tones in his expression on his face as he walked by, because I can feel, like, I've been around enough people. I work with people now. I work with normies, and I know that, there can be like this vibe of like, I'm not like them. I'm not like them anymore. And I think some of them kind of get it. Like, they kind of do see like, oh, this guy's not the same as everybody else. And I do have a few coworkers that just really don't even acknowledge me unless I say, hey, good morning. Hey, how's it going? Like, otherwise I don't have anybody. I'm a new guy, right? Like, you figure like, hey, new guy, let's all welcome him in. But maybe I've said a few things to other employees that may, have triggered him personally, and he's like, hey, did you know Josh said this or that? And I don't know. Maybe. It was more about the current events that are going on right now, the last 2 years, but not about Flat Earth. But, so yeah, I mean, I get it. I'm not like other people, and, we don't ever want to be, but we also, want other people who used to respect us or be around us to at least like be like, hey, I used to know this guy for like 10 years. Why does he think this now? But instead I get the typical, Earth can't be flat because of this. because I verified it somehow. I've gone through the motions. I've actually looked into flat Earth, and I've said, hey, you know what? This one right here, I just have a real problem with the sun and the moon on Earth, right? It's never that. It's never, I've been looking in the flat Earth for the last 3 months, Josh. I saw one of your videos, and I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna really tackle this, because I just want to know. It's not ever like I want to know, right? It's like I want to prove him wrong. So it's never that, but it's never like I want to be inquisitive and look into it. It's just, this is why it can't be this. You know?
I tried to joke with some of them.
You tried to joke about the C word?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Oh my goodness. I just have to watch what I say.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta watch what you say with a lot of things nowadays. People take whatever they see on the news and the TV as scripture. It's scripturally based now. It is factual. You know, it's truth until proven otherwise. Yeah, it'll be proven otherwise 20 years from now when nobody cares about it anymore. But when everybody is like a woman, no offense, but when everybody's all emotionally driven first, instead of stepping back and be like, wait a second, all these children are minors. In a real crime, a minor's name can't be revealed because they're a minor. But what do I know, right? I mean, why does it take 45 minutes for allegedly police to go into a particular building?
Actually, the Earth is a rhombus. Did you know that?
Are you able to have a serious conversation, or are you just a jokester all the time? Have a nice day.
Rhombus. How do I can prove that?
Yeah. Can you spell that? Can you spell rhombus? I don't think most people can even spell the words that they say. This guy's wondering why it's taking so long for him to bike past people on the walk. Why are these people in front of me, man? You know, like,
How come it's so crowded?
yeah, right? Why is there so much traffic? Yeah. But it's really simple.
Have you talked to Christians about these Bible references?
A little bit. But
'Cause it seems to me like that should convince them.
you would think it would lead them, but they actually try to use like knowledge or information that they got from their school, their government or whatever, and then try to say, well, science has done this or that. And it's like, well, but your Bible in Job says that the earth can't be measured. So how is it that you can believe you live on a globe with a 24,901 mile circumference? How can you believe that if your Bible says it can't be measured? So let's start there. You want to start somewhere? Let's start there. How can you measure the earth? I say it goes on infinitely and there is no measurement. It's only what this earth realm that they show us here. But yeah, I mean, but Christians in that regard are very defensive, and I don't really know why. I'm not sure why they are so bent. Maybe because they love Kent Ham so much, or all these other like Kent Hovins, and you know, all of your other creationist type, you know, preachers. Like they really kind of base a lot of their sermons on creation. You know, the earth isn't any more than 10,000 years old, you know. Man walked with dinosaurs and things like that. Leviathan. But, you know, the concept of Leviathan being a Tyrannosaurus Rex is just a real stretch. You know, it's like the embellishment that we see through telephone or other things. See these three people right there, Lois? They're talking about us now. The dog.
I hope you're saying something good.
Right? I'm sure they're saying something real good about us, Lois. I just gotta think positively.
Well, have you seen any, like, you've been doing this for 4 years,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Since 2017. So I mean, what changes have you seen in people's attitudes? You know, when they come to the table, are people more open to new ideas, or are they more closed, or are they mixed, or are they more hostile, or are they more curious? I mean, you know,
Yeah.
what kind of changes have you seen?
Probably like more. They're more solidified in their beliefs. You know. Especially the ones that have, you know, gone kind of past what we were like in 2020 or 2019 to where we are now, like the people who have transitioned into the worrisome nature of the, you know, natural world right now. That's the extreme I'm talking about. So they would be more prone to think this is ridiculous. You know, this is the type of topic that they don't want those types of people to venture into. That's why I come out to the public. Because you're going to meet those people who are really religious and... No, it's not. No. And outer space isn't real.
I'll believe it.
Thank you.
I swear to God, I've been saying the same stuff.
Tell everybody about it. You know, outer space isn't real. It's not. It's all CGI. And this is where you're going to meet normal people. You know, you're going to meet normies here. You're not going to meet them on the internet because social media shadow bans, you know. It's only going to give you the content that you like, which is great. I get that. You know, it's going to say, hey, recommended movie, you know, or video. But think about it on a normie perspective. They're never going to see your flat earth content. Some people will never see it. As much as and great as Flat Earth Dave is, some people just aren't going to see his interviews. Some people just aren't going to see Jeranism or Mark Sargent. They're never going to hear about Flat Earth Clues or ODD 21 Questions. That's why you got to come out to the public and talk to people. You have to really go against the grain, because talking to people face to face is sketch right now, you know. You know, you get this thing and then all of a sudden you want to eat, you know, so many bananas and you're like, you know, you start doing that now. So you don't want to catch that. So there's just a lot of, and a lot of people just don't want to learn anything. They think they know everything. They think, I got a degree. I'm going to Bible school. You know, I got a job. And they just think they know it all. But I don't know everything. Look at how long it took us to learn about flat Earth. Imagine how much more there is to learn. What do you think? What have you found about people? Are they more prone to listening or just kind of closed-minded now?
Yeah, sure. I've been so freaked out over the whole COVID thing. You know, I haven't been talking to people about flat Earth.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a laughable topic. I mean, I know that, you know, it's going to still get people going. And that's what's fun about it, because I know the topic gets anybody going. So, but I know that those who are inquisitive and want, like, they know there's more out there, they just don't know where to look. Hey, how's it going?
Hi, it's going good.
Good.
What are you guys debating over?
Well, you know, I just say we just have a, you know, conversation about why we believe the things that we believe.
Right.
Yeah.
Are you all believe that the Earth is flat?
I know the Earth is flat.
You know the Earth is flat.
Yeah.
And what makes you believe?
No.
What makes you know that?
The water behind you, is it contained by a shoreline?
No. What do you mean, like a short line?
Shoreline?
Oh, shoreline.
Yeah.
There's no shoreline, is there?
No, there's not. That's what's holding the water in. I mean, you go down here to the beach.
Yeah, there's a shoreline.
Shoreline, you know, it's contained,
Okay. I'm like,
right?
what is a shoreline?
Yeah, so let's think about it here, right? So, water when contained lays level and rest. Okay? So, the oceans are contained by shorelines. Think about that. So how can the Earth be a globe?
The Earth. I think the Earth is a globe though, because it's like.
What's your favorite proof?
What's my favorite proof? I mean, NASA, science.
Okay, other people. What's your favorite proof?
What's yours? Have you been out of space?
Well, are we gonna? I don't want to do this. Okay, we want to have a conversation, right?
But you can't say.
But you can't not answer my question,
Well, you're getting loud.
right?
Okay. Are you
So,
passionate or?
I am a little passionate
Oh, okay.
because what I have found is that people believe that's my name right there, right? Joshua.
Joshua Tree, yes.
Went to the Grand Canyon.
So a lot of people believe the Earth is a globe because of other people, and
But
not.
you believe the Earth is flat because of other people.
No, I don't. I never said that. I said my reason for knowing the Earth is flat is water, when contained, lays level and flat when at rest.
But I feel like
So
science
water
can
doesn't-
also prove different.
Water doesn't conform to the exterior of a shape.
No.
Think about that one.
Water and construction, to determine a level surface. The bubbles in the middle, it means it's level, And so that's used in construction so that water even creates flatness. For example, if you have the salt flats in Utah.
But it's still an hypothesis. It's not nothing that can be proven.
It is proven.
Okay.
How has your globe been proven?
I don't know.
How big is your globe? Do you know how big your globe is?
How big is the globe?
I know exactly how big it is, though.
You guys are a failure to all future generations.
I can't hear you. You're walking away, sir.
Failure? I don't waste my time on dipshit conspiracy.
Oh, okay. And you know the Earth is a globe, right? Based on what? What are you basing your ideas off of? Government?
He's better off if he's laughing because it's good for him.
Have a nice day. Laughter's the best medicine.
It's funny how he's
Yeah.
his distance,
He keeps
like
his
he's
distance.
scared or something,
Right?
He doesn't have to be scared. We don't bite, right?
Yeah. They all believe it. They all believe it. They saw the moon landing on the radio.
They commonly do that. They kind of skirt
Yeah.
around like that.
They're like I'm contagious. They don't want to catch my anti-globe virus.
Yeah.
You see how emotionally triggered people get? It's not about knowing the nature of where they live, or you on wherever platform you're listening to this on. It's all about the emotional attachment to, you're taking my globe away. You're telling me something's not true that my mommy and daddy government told me when I was a little boy. And you're taking that away from me, but you know nothing about where you live. You know zero. I know more about it than you do. But you still believe it because it's an emotion that you're attached to. The TV told me dinosaurs are real. My uncle bought me a dinosaur blanket when I was younger. That means they're real. And I can't take that dinosaur blanket away from me. Then there you go. They're always and forever going to be locked into bondage. All I'm doing, I'm the key master. I have the key. I literally have the combination. It's so simple. But because people love like this camaraderie that people have with being lied to and acting like they're somewhere that they're not. And, ignoring and walking by truth and, intentionally making it so you can just hum by truth. Like, oh, ba-ba-ba-doo. Keep paying $10 a gallon for gas, guys. Keep doing it. Keep on trucking, bro. And spending all that money on gas, giving it to people you've never met before. Good luck. That's why I'm here, to rile people up. I'm back. And this place is better for it. This place is better for having people rile them up and getting them irritated. Because if you go around in this comfort, it's just like in Matthew when Jesus is saying, he comes like a thief in the night. One day it's blue skies, overnight, thunderstorm. So enjoy it while it lasts, but sooner or later it's coming. Sooner or later the plug will be pulled. And I'm not talking about electricity. They need you to watch TV. They need you to watch the internet and read their stories in the news. They're not going to take away your news and your electricity. So a power outage is very unlikely. What they do is they're like a cancer. It's going to take them 10 years for you to realize, whoop, I got cancer and I got 6 months to live. That's how it always happens, right? For everybody. I got pancreatic cancer. I didn't know it was there, but it was there for the last 10 years. It was literally growing in your body for 10 years, right? But you didn't do anything about it until the last 6 months. And that's exactly what's happening right now. We're just, you know what? $10 a gallon for gas, no big deal. I'll just get a second job.
It seems kind of like the Jonestown, like the story of the Jonestown suicides. I don't know how much truth is in that.
Probably zero.
But it's sort of like people just keep getting the injections and so forth. Just keep doing these things even though they're demonstrably not a good idea.
Right. Yeah. And we're the bad guys for telling them the truth. They laugh and mock and ridicule us. But we know that this is just a realm or a place that, we're attached to because we're born here, right? But the next place we go to, whatever happens after we're dead, we're only going to know that place. I know, right? Well, let's even ponder on that thought. It's only going to be better if we start doing things now. That place that you think you're going to go to when you're dead, how do you think that place is going to be any better? You're not doing anything here now. You're making fun of truth. You're burning and, burning people at the stake for talking about truth. You're deleting YouTube channels for talking about the truth. And you're supporting it. Media, leftists, people that love to, love being born but hate those who haven't been. This is the type of thing that needs to be changed. And I know only Flat Earth can do that. All this other type of baiting that they do in social media, even in sports now, they're baiting, getting people emotionally triggered. And that's what it's all about. We're just a bunch of sensitive, emotionally driven Americans that do zero investigation because it takes too much. And I'm so busy and I'm so important. I need to go to work. I need to bring my kids to baseball so they can continue to, why would anybody even trust any of the sports that are going on? You got to watch it for entertainment purposes. It's all based on gambling. We were this close to allowing sports betting in Minnesota the last month, but they stopped that. Probably won't happen until next year now. But the distraction that's going on right now with, the sports aspect for people, if there were no sports, this place would burn down. If there wasn't the type of distraction for people to kind of just get away, especially for some of these guys, like, let's just be real here, right? Like, my goodness, some of these guys, if they didn't have sports, they would be in the corner sucking on their thumb. They wouldn't have anything to do. They would think their life is meaningless if they didn't get to see some guy strike out 4 times. So if you want to find yourself to have meaning, find something that helps others. Give them some knowledge that they didn't know. Serve them. Find some way to serve people. Keep breaking the chains, but only through, in my opinion, changing the way that we raise our youth into a more realistic environment is only going to start with flat earthers. So they can't get rid of us all. I think Matthew Davies, what's good? No, they have no control. No control. I'm going to pop over to D Live. How long you want to hang out here for? 30 minutes or so, or?
It was like the beginning, there were several people coming up at the same time. Boom, 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 boom.
Right? The rhombus guy.
One after, yeah, rhombus.
But yeah, and now it's like nobody.
It's kind of like the restaurant business, you know, how you have a rush of people and then it's inexplicably quiet for a while.
Yep.
There's another group comes in.
Of course. Oh my gosh. Oh man.
I think you scared him away, Joshua.
Yeah. I tend to do that. Out of no fault of my own, Lois. I promise. Yep. I think a little kitten in a wet paper bag would scare most of these people.
I think that one guy was kind of shying away. Maybe we could have told him, hey, it's okay.
All right, let him guide. Kirk Wilson, thanks a lot. Vertical Inception. There you go, so I did get D Live working. So we'll be trying to go live more often. Maybe even get ready for those, you know, hidden camera, spyglass stuff. That'll be fun. Show up at people's work and tell everybody the truth.
the black Israelites? Were they argumentative?
That's to say the least.
Not quite to the overturning the table degree.
No, just, you know, overly loud and vile and, you know. If it wasn't for the color of your skin, I'd love you. But, type of guy.
Wonder if the water's warm already.
I don't know. It's rained the last couple of weeks here. Haven't had too many of these types of days. The pool's open this weekend on Monday.
Talking about a pool around here?
Just in general, on Memorial Day they all open. It would be nice to go to like Valley Fair. There's a couple water parks in Minnesota, but yeah.
Is it like more so humid today? Is it like than other days? Do you feel like, or?
Yeah, it just rained overnight and then the sun comes out right away. Yeah, that'll do it. It's got to evaporate all that rainwater. If it's like this for the next week, which it won't be, but it won't be so humid then. But this is Minnesota. We've got a lot of lakes. It's going to exacerbate. Yeah, I see some people bike with e-bikes around the lake here. A couple of spendy ones. I saw a couple of Trek e-bikes. Those are like $2,000. Yeah. And really you're just buying a Trek bike because it's a brand name and like, you know, you can get it fixed at like the place you bought it at. So, but you know, you don't want, if it's a Trek, it shouldn't be breaking, right? Like that guy right there, he's got a Trek e-bike. The black one there. So you can like, you know, have it do electric and pedal at the same time, and all that you're doing is just maintaining the battery. You're not really working out. You know, if you really want to work out, you just got to put it to manual. But the concept of getting an e-bike isn't necessarily to work out. It's the convenience of it, and you know, having it be a bike is nice. Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, I'm doing fine, thanks.
Good. There's flat earthers.
Yeah.
Oh.
What do you think about the idea?
The earth, flat earth?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe?
Yeah.
Were you taught the earth is a globe, or did you just learn to say, oh yeah, the earth is a globe?
I was taught.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we taught a lot of things and then we just believe them because they're taught by us adults?
Yeah.
And we believe them?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I don't believe now because it's lie.
Yeah.
I believe that the earth is round.
Like this?
Yeah.
This is round?
Yeah, like a globe.
Okay, like a globe. What's your two favorite proofs that the earth is a globe?
I don't know because I feel
Can I
like
see
if
this?
the earth
Of course
is
you can,
flat,
yeah.
then
I actually have
we would
this
have
here.
to keep like if the earth was flat, we'll have to keep walking and walking and walking. Like there will be no end because it's just a flat surface.
Okay.
And if it's round, that means there's like a barrier and end.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it totally makes sense, and I understand where you're coming from.
I'm not 100% sure. It's just what I believe.
Mhm.
Yes,
So for me, like my kind of aha moment with flat Earth was, you know, space is interesting because you learn about like fakery that they can do with space and everything else. But water is your totem here.
Good message, folks.
Hey, thanks a lot, bro. Water, when contained and is at rest, lays level and flat at the surface. Is that fair enough to say?
Yeah.
We even
I don't believe-
determine flatness using a level,
Yeah.
using water.
Yeah, you use that. So if you move to this side, it's not flat.
Yeah, right. So we
I
use.
believe they didn't even go to the
No.
NASA.
No.
Whatever. It's fake, right?
So the oceans are contained by shorelines. Okay, so think about that. Like if water, when we see it in a pool or a lake right behind you, or in your coffee cup in the morning, it's flat at the surface. Now just think of that as being infinite. That's how I think about it. And then there's just little pockets of land. Because when you do, well, could we agree, and I haven't proven this either, but it is something that I do feel comfortable with saying, that I do feel like the majority of what we call Earth is water.
Yeah.
Fair enough? Okay. So for me, I can't wrap my head around it, pun intended, that water can conform to a ball like this and float. I've never seen that before. Right? And the only way, no offense, right? And I'll let you speak here in a second. The only way I could believe that if I was really young at 5 years old and you told me that. And then everybody else believed it and then reinforced the idea through cartoons and TV shows and movies. And you just keep getting reinforced, and then a guy like me comes out and says, no, that's all fake. I get where you're coming from.
Yeah, I understand your point, but to say, like you said, like a globe, right? Like technically this thing right here, right?
Yeah.
If you say like the world, like technically you say all this water is like condensed in there, it's just like the whole world would be filled up by water. Is that the point you're trying to make? Because if it's round, then
No, water can't conform to the exterior of a shape, and the only way it can in your mind is by gravity holding it to the ball, right? Is this Earth that you believe you live on spinning also?
yes.
How fast is it spinning?
This is pretty cool. Where'd you get this?
A friend of mine made it.
That's pretty cool.
Flat Earth Dave.
I like it.
Yeah, here, take this here, guy. Yeah. It's an app.
How fast is it spinning?
Yeah, how fast is it spinning?
Honestly, don't know. But
At the equator, 1,000 miles an hour.
1,000 miles an hour.
Yeah, or 15 degrees per hour. Where we are in Minnesota, because we're higher up from the equator, right? It's about 800, 850, 900 miles an hour. Yeah. Why do I know that and you don't?
Keep the information from us.
Yeah, so what
I don't
happens?
know because everybody has knowledge, you know.
Well, what happens when you become a flat earther is you learn about the lie that they taught us, and then you realize it is a big fat lie, and it's a lot more obvious than we think it is. It's just that we're so emotionally attached to this ball Earth that we were taught, and outer space and dinosaurs and all this stuff, that we just become emotionally enraged when somebody says, no, you're adopted. No, this is my real home. No, you're adopted, bro. This is your real home, right here.
I never 100% said that the Earth is round with proof, you know.
Sure,
it's
but you
just
just
what I think is
yeah.
my opinion.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
That's what you thought.
But like say the Earth was flat. Even if the Earth was flat, like you know all the water, like you know it would like you know like it would just scatter all over the place.
No, it doesn't. Is that what it's doing there?
It's flat.
Yeah, our Creator made water to be contained because He knows that we're so easily emotionally driven, will just completely collapse if things are like that. You know.
What land do you think they're hiding?
It's kind of confusing question because the Earth is flat, I believe, like flat, but I believe like it's not like flat like as a globe, like technically it's round from the outside.
Sure, and I hear where you're coming from. There are mountains and plateaus and stuff like that, but the general topographical nature of the plane that we live on called Earth is flat. And it could go on infinitely forever, just like with more
Well, you're just
water.
talking about the plane, right? The plane, not the whole globe.
The plane, here. No, it goes on infinitely forever. It's not a globe. It's not a globe.
So this is not what you believe.
No, I don't believe the solar system.
So what do you think they're hiding? You said
Just
they're
more
hiding
land. Let's say that this is the globe flattened out.
Yeah.
What if there's land out here?
Yeah.
But you see blue here. But what if there's land here?
There is.
You would never know.
You never know, yeah.
So-
Just use the map, that's what they tell us.
So there's a finite amount of water and land on a ball Earth, right? Because it's a ball. There's only so much land.
Yeah.
But if it's infinite,
There can be so much.
there could be so much, and they're withhold. Like you could have your own country. You could go ahead, take your husband there, have children, and have your own kingdom on another country.
I believe the information they give us, it's just some they withhold,
Yes.
some they give, some they create.
It's like you've had children before,
I have children.
right? Okay, so you just look like the type. No offense, right? But you just look like the type that's a mom. And so you're going to withhold certain information from a 5-year-old that you wouldn't with a 10-year-old, a 15-year-old, 20-year-old, right?
Yeah, because
So we're just
wouldn't
not.
understand.
They wouldn't. And so we just are at a time in our existence as humans that
But
we're
they
just
should
not
withhold
ready.
it. Yeah, we're not ready. So
I
they're
don't
withholding from us because we're not ready.
Because I'm sharing it with people and look at
They're
this
not
guy here.
accepting it.
Yeah, you're very, you seem to be accepting per se, maybe not like like me, right?
Yeah.
But your friend here is kind of like,
He's
you
not
know,
ready for it.
yeah, he's just not ready
bottom
for
of the
it.
ocean
You know,
is
and
like
so
It's also what you're taught, the community, what they keep reinforcing you,
Right.
the media wants to share with you.
Exactly.
You know?
like rocks.
because Google knows us better than we know ourselves now,
Yeah.
and then it projects it out onto the TV,
Yeah.
and then we get emotionally attached to what's said on the TV
Yeah.
before actually investigating facts.
Yeah. I'm actually a tinfoil hatter.
Yeah, me too.
Seriously.
Yeah.
But a lot of them say conspiracy theories come true.
Yeah, they
They're
do.
not theories anymore.
Yeah, they're not, because the inquisitive ones know there's something wrong with this place,
It's something big. Yeah.
and it's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
And so we have to be patient.
Yeah. Like the shooting that happened.
Yeah.
It's like, why were they just outside?
Why were they waiting?
And how is an 18-year-old just shoot kids like it's 19 of them? I heard casualties of war that's less.
Yeah.
I heard like some war happened here, only 5 American
I don't know. Like I said, I believe that the
How is there
upper
more
part of the
casualties in
ocean is
school
flat,
than
but
in
I
the
don't believe.
You know,
that
it's
the lower part
it's something that people don't know, but a lot of people don't know, but the police have no obligation to protect you until you're in their custody. And so this idea that police are there to serve and protect, that's not true.
I'm just saying,
Because
like,
they're here to
water
serve and
flows-
protect the
flows
state,
like-
because that's who pays
necessarily
us,
you, yeah.
and not you.
flows straight, like-
They only protect
Just the
you,
property
part of the
almost,
ocean,
like,
but I'm saying,
and
like,
your
they
property.
down,
They
there's like
use-
water pressure.
You know we're
different type of
property on the
currents.
stock
property,
exchange,
like
right?
they say, you're arrested.
Yep.
You're not human anymore.
Yep.
You're not human anymore. They
Right.
take away. You work for like $5 a whole day, or maybe the whole week. They'll give you $5.
Right.
The human laws that you and your free don't apply to you. So it's like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very good.
Definitely.
Keep on going on
Yeah,
your
yeah,
crap.
yeah. Like that's, I don't believe that. Like shooting, like and how much? Why did he was able to obtain all
Yeah,
these weapons?
$5,000 AR-15,
How?
a brand new one.
And without suspicions, under the the.
He's on. I guess he was
I think-
unemployed.
Yeah, he was working at Arby's or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
Yeah.
And then something like that.
No.
So I don't believe that. I think
Matters,
it's
If the top matters.
Yes, totally, 100%.
Oh, sorry.
Because
about that.
it's all about
this as a
America
globe,
is very
right?
special.
America's going to hell.
Yeah,
It's like
it is going to hell.
The way they are, the
bottom
people, they're just
matters,
using it, the
right?
way they're using it, the way.
How can you believe
It's just bad.
that the
It's
globe,
not good anymore.
that
Right
the
now they're
globe
telling
is
you a
like
man can
flat?
get pregnant.
Like the Earth is flat.
I joke.
That's the science they give us now. The
I
same
joked
people
about
who-
that.
The same people who are giving us NASA, and we went to the moon. Are telling me a man can get pregnant.
And these are healthcare professionals,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Who know
Yes.
A from B.
Yes, the new lady who was appointed for Supreme Court was a black lady. They asked her, "Would you be able to tell between a man and a woman?"
Globe is just.
It's like, I'm not a biologist.
It would be.
You don't have to be a biologist
You don't have to
to
be
know that.
in a ring
You have to
of
be a
You know, a
biologist.
little kid can tell you a man has this and a woman has this. You know.
Yeah, I said with the progression of thought, wait till men who want to get pregnant want an abortion,
plane.
Want an abortion. Yeah.
right? I mean,
And
that's because that's the
all of
type
this
of world
water
we're
will
living in
flow
right
But I
now.
think they're
on the
eventually going
surface.
into like one
And the
world
land.
kind of.
Yes.
Yeah.
One
Will be
world
above it.
ideology,
But
System.
currency. That's
Don't
why they're
focus on what's
collapsing the
below
economy
the
right
earth,
now.
because
It's
the
$10 a
water-
gallon
And they're doing it on
gas.
the
purpose.
water is
Yeah.
level.
They can
And that's
afford
what
big
matters.
lands in America. You
Not
know,
that
there's oil.
Right.
But they're just doing it for their business now.
Mhm.
You know, they're making money.
I just bought my first e-bike. It'll be on this Friday, this coming
You
Friday.
have to buy a bike?
Yeah,
Is
I
it
did.
e-bike?
Yep.
Oh, what is that? Like a regular bike?
Yep, a regular bike with just a battery on it, so you can use the battery
Nice.
to go for you.
Why I contradict myself.
So I'm just not. I'm not
You know,
gonna be spending money on gas and.
because like everything in this world
I
is
need to go to
balanced.
work.
You know.
Yeah.
And it's
Well,
far
how
away.
far
Say,
away
for
is it?
instance, when you're
It's
cooking
like
food, right?
10
You, like we
miles.
just can't eat the
Bike
food.
it.
It's
Bike it,
raw.
yeah.
You could
have to
e-bike
cook
it.
Bike it.
Time
It'd be
you have to
healthy
prep
too.
it. So I believe
I mean,
like some
it's-
parts
it's
of
nice
the
But I have
earth,
to drop my kids off
some
to
parts
school.
of the earth.
Yeah,
some
I
parts
mean,
are round.
and I was even like
Like,
on my
you know, and
podcast, I was just
some parts are
rationalizing
flat.
with people and saying, hey, you know what?
Like, that's
I get
not-
it. You
I
got
don't have
things
proof
to do in the
to back
morning
that
to
up.
go to work and
That's
things to do to
like
come
what I
home.
think,
Yeah.
because,
E-bike to the
you know,
grocery
there's
store.
balance.
Yeah, either
Some
you
are
can
round,
cut.
You can
yeah.
totally cut a lot of your
Pick and
traveling.
choose. You don't
I
have
don't
to
know if that
bike
makes
everywhere.
sense.
You don't have to
You don't
bike
have to drive
everywhere.
everywhere
You don't have to
either.
drive everywhere.
Water always
Yes.
lays flat,
Totally.
so all of this ocean is basically flat.
Like if we speak from like the oceans deep down, like there's some
How
areas,
far can you go?
there's some areas inside the ocean, right, that are like, you know, like flat, and there's
Yeah,
some
the
parts
Mariana
that
Trench.
are that are like round. Because
Well-
there's balance. Not everything is
Valleys,
the same.
yeah.
Like there's differences, and
Like there's hills.
I don't know. God knows.
But
best.
water, when it fills its container, reaches all parts of it, but the surface of it is flat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how Earth is flat.
The surface is flat.
Yeah, that's it, man. And outer space isn't real.
It's not real.
You can't have two
I don't
questions.
know. It's just like so many divisions. A lot of people believe
They
the
never
world is
went
round,
to
a lot
NASA.
of people
I
believe the
don't
world is
think so.
flat.
Yeah.
But
You
but
know?
but where I'm coming from is if somebody was to believe the typical creation theory of where we came from as 10 fingers and 10-toed humans is based on a religious concept. Because you're taking a lot of information in, but you're not proving it in anything.
Yeah, but not only were you supposed to take concepts from only religion perspective, like religion, you're supposed to take it from science.
Science don't exist anymore. No science.
Yeah, science does exist.
Hey, chat about it?
A woman,
Fancy a chat?
a man can have a man can have
No?
a baby now. That's what they say. A man can have a period. There's no science.
Yeah.
There is science. You have to look at it from religion-wise, science-wise, logic-wise.
Yeah, but can't truth be truth? Can't truth just be the way it is?
I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying the earth is not flat. I'm not saying the earth is flat. I'm just saying like what I think in my opinion. But
Yeah, totally.
It's your opinion. You can look.
I might have to do more study.
Yeah,
definitely.
And just
more knowledgeable and try to like figure it out until it all makes sense because everyone's divided. Some people believe the world's flat. Some people
Also,
believe
do
the
you
world
know
is round.
that when they do the map on Earth, they make Africa like 3 times smaller than Russia.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they
when
do a
they're
lot of
making the
weird
map.
stuff.
Yeah, and they teach us that. Why do they teach us that?
Right.
It's not accurate.
No. It's because probably where we all came from.
Yeah.
It's probably where we all
like
came
you
from.
believe in God,
We're all
right? I
connected.
think we all came from Adam and Eve.
Yeah.
Do you believe in
I'm not
God?
trying to like disregard.
I feel like we're all brothers and
like,
sisters.
You guys' claim.
We're just different shades.
It's just
Yeah.
it's just it's like you have to if you want to believe something like you need proof. It's just how a lot of people think.
Sure, I totally get what you're saying. And just remember also where you got your opinion and your beliefs from. Are they yours? And how about this? Ask this question to yourself. Do I come up with my own thoughts?
You got that even 666 on there. Cool.
Yeah, everybody comes up with their own thoughts.
Really?
No, you're influenced a little bit by society.
Yeah. You're influenced a little bit. That's true.
Society, neighbors.
Yeah. So like, and then you take that thought and then you just like hang on to it and then you like use that and then you go forward. So I think a lot of people are emotionally kind of stuck and attached to this because we need a place to belong, right? We need to know, we need to have definitive answers for at least creation. And when I'm the type of person that comes out here and tells you that what we were taught is not true, I get it. There's a monkey in the wrench.
Yeah. What's the point of flat earthers now? You're saying that they're hiding more land from us?
Yeah. It's just
no, but do not believe that. I'm not trying to like disregard your conversation or the way you think, your concept, your ideals, your beliefs. I'm just saying like from what I believe is just different.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you're wrong.
But I used to be just like you though. Also, I used to believe in space. I used to watch a lot of Star Trek movies. Hey, right on. And
a lot of people believe you, see?
And so I'm just saying that coming from me, I graduated high school. I believed in the solar system.
Do you know that George Washington was the 3rd president? He was not the first.
No, he was not the first.
Yeah. So why would they lie about that?
Yeah, even
It's basic.
Prince said. Didn't Prince say there were like 7 presidents before George Washington or something?
Yeah, something like that.
And like a few weeks later, he's
the
dead.
3rd or something.
There's like a lot of conspiracy theories, like Christopher Columbus was not the first one to discover America.
He was not.
No.
America was here before, and there was people here before.
No. If you go to every country and you go to their school for 12 years, you're going to learn different things. And each country is going to have its own bias towards its country and their heroes.
Yes.
But you know what's not different? Everybody lives on a globe.
Yeah, I don't know what
That's the largest religion on earth.
I don't know what the whole purpose was. It was probably just to cover it up about the Native American massacre or whatever happened. But like that he got there first, Christopher Columbus, and discovered America is kind of false because the Native Americans were here way before he even discovered.
Yeah, how do you discover a place that's people there already?
So doesn't that make the first discoverers?
Maybe he was the first European discoverer for the Spanish.
But doesn't that make the Native Americans the first ones to discover America? Yeah, so
Somebody was there. Okay, nice talking to
Hey,
you.
thanks for stopping. Yeah, you
I
too.
was just asking,
Yeah.
have you studied the Quran?
Yes, I studied the Quran.
Well, in the Quran they say that God laid out the earth like a carpet.
Yeah.
Sounds
does.
like it's flat.
And then he's gonna roll it back up at the end.
Like a
times.
scroll.
Yeah, like that.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
You guys have a good
All right,
day.
thanks, you too.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah,
I'll do more research.
ponder.
Try to educate myself. But thanks.
Why not? Why not? Yeah, people are lovely. people want to be lovely too. I think. I think people want love, and I think truth is love. When somebody tells you something, you want to believe them. You know, what better feeling than to believe what somebody else is saying, right? Like when you're driving on the street here and you're obeying the traffic signals and you're being a good driver and you're being so attentive at your traveling in your vehicle. You feel good because you're following the rules, you know, because everybody else is following the rules. But when somebody drives by you and they're not following the rules, you get all upset, and then it could ruin your day, or you just move on. But people get mad at them for not following the rules and doing what they should do. So why is it that people get mad at me for me doing this, and then they act like I should be doing something different? Like, why are you doing this? But this is what I'm supposed to do. You don't tell a rose not to be red. You know? So, that's simple. Oof, I'm gonna have to get a Jamba Juice here. Oh, goodness. Cutie patooties around the corner there. My boyfriend. Yeah.
I'm really burned.
Yeah. That's why I wore long sleeves. You want to get ready to go, or? Sure. 6 o'clock. Kind of want to get something done with that.
Little, like, what is that? Agent?
My hero. Yeah, it is some kind of a hero. Oof. Yeah, it is a hot one here.
Scorching hot.
So, I'll put this down here and pack up, and then if anybody shows up, we'll have them, but good times. Got a couple people interested. Good day. There's more coming. You know, it's not the last day. I've been anticipating this day since I stopped last year. And now it's back.
Do you have any more of this juice?
Yeah, it's empty.
Should I take these out?
Yeah, you can take the sign off. Wrap it up. I think that was what happened. Each other. It was a little brisk earlier today. Had to batten down the hatches. And if you have to, just pull the tape under. You don't have to take the tape off, just fold it under if it doesn't come off, rather than ripping the paper. Okay. beep, beep.
Left it clean. We should leave it cleaner than we found it. That's what my friend's dad always told me.
Yeah. You want to toss these two, or are you going to walk down there?
Yeah, I can toss those.
Are we gonna just?
Yep. It's easier. It's easier that way. Boy, we really had a good day. Alright, so I'm going to say goodbye. See y'all next time. Here, thanks for stopping by, everybody. Raph, Wayne. So, say goodbye, Lois.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, cutie. Bye, cutie patootie.